It is Sunday. Happy blessed Sunday, March 22nd. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight, live from the East Coast. Love is in the air. Venus in the first house. Happy birthday to all Aries. The sun is also in your house. It's a great moment. May your day be full of bliss, joy, happiness, beauty all around you, but most importantly, love. Love is the key. The emotion that asks us, how does this makes me feel? Welcome to another live. It is in the spirit of gratitude and appreciation for you all that I find myself in this oracle. I want to begin with a deep gratitude for each and every one of you. Your presence here is not random. It is aligned. Hi, Tumbeke. Hi, how are you, sweetie? How are you, handsome? Thank you for your openness, your curiosity, your willingness to grow. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, and your trust with me. In this sacred space exists because of our shared intentions to evolve, to awaken, to love more consciously. So, of course, I honor the journey each and every one of you are on. I honor the courage that it takes to seek truth, and I'm so grateful that our path have crossed in this moment. May what we build here continues to nourish and uplift us and expand us all. Your support is felt, your energy matters, and I thank you deeply. It is in the humble and grateful. All right, I'm glad to know that you're okay. And of course, I welcome you all, you beautiful stars, to the channel, my beautiful family, beautiful souls. And this is where the stars speak, and the cards just tell it like it is. All right. So let's see what unfolds for you, and let's see what needs, like, your heart needs to have clarity, right? Guidance or a little magic. Let's see what that is for you. All right. Whether you're seeking love, exploring love, understanding your relationships, guidance, or your support from the universe. You need motivation, inspiration. You are just trying to connect with your higher self. You're in the right place for the moment. All right. And remember that your energy matters. We have a little bit of everything. What's the tea to it? They are fun and full of exposure, so don't take nothing uh personal. Do you do one-on-one readings? Not right now. I'm so busy. Hey, Alexa. Good morning. Good morning, sweetie. I have tarot deck here, my regular one that I use. I have the city pulse. This is a more urban look on tarot, the ones that live in urban cities. All right, how busy it could get. Mystic Love Oracle. I have the Who Is It? I love these. We're going to look at your person. The Deck of Emotions. All emotions. Lover's Oracle. And what the people don't like is the messy truth. We got to look at the truth. We got to heal it. And a little bit of messy truth. I am doing good. I'm doing just fine. The messy truth. But before we get started, we're going to go with appreciation. The moments of gratitude, which is so important. Let's get you a little bit of gratitude so it get you going, because love lives in the heart, okay? And the heart has to be, this is where everything flows from, all right? Stay connected, share some emojis, some fire, cosmic fire, earth, water. Let me know that you're here. Let me know a little magic along the way. Drop something in the live, some cosmic magic. Show me something. Show me something. All right, gratitude for all you all, and it's in this moment, right? One of the fastest ways, of course, when we manifest, right, it is to realign with your heart, all right? This is going to shift you from lack to of. You're going to have more people chasing you, all right, if you're looking for love or you're trying to understand. But gratitude, all right, it comes in abundance when you are use the heart to manifest. It goes, right? But it represents something deeper than that. Hey, all right. So gratitude in difficult seasons. God of mercy. Even in the uncertain times, I choose gratitude. I thank you for the blessings, the lessons that shaped me, for the strength that I didn't know I had. Okay. Where I feel lack, show me provision. Where I feel confusion, show me protection. I trust that something is growing beneath the surface. Amen. Let's go ahead. Ooh. All right. Help me see blessings in ordinary moments. May my heart remain aware and thankful. Simple daily gratitude prayers. Divine Source, thank you for the breath that's in me. Thank you for another day to grow, for what's working, even sometimes when I overlook it, right? We overlook our blessings. One more. Aries, happy birthday, Aries, once again. And let's go ahead, Aries, through Pisces, gratitude, a life and awake and truly blessed and thankful for another day. I'm highly favored, grateful. And of course, that is one of the fastest ways. Just send out that gratitude. All right, put all your emotion, focus on what's happening now. What are you grateful for now? What are you having this moment that's going well in your life? You know, and you attract more of it. Aries, think of a recent moment when you felt at peace. All right. So if you value peace, all right. Sometimes you have to go to war to get peace, but it's necessary. All right. But how do I approach when I'm looking at conflict and resolution? How do I equip myself when it's time to what? To handle conflict here, right? So do we pause before we react? You know, make sure that that's what's happening. All right. You know, this is really what I'm feeling. You know, let me sit down for a while. Let me pause before I react. Let's go ahead to when it comes to love. Because look, I don't want to jump to conclusions when it comes to love, all right? So I'm going to keep them love center in those moments where I want to feel peaceful in my relationships. I want to have be the freedom to be myself. Do I trust? Basically, Aries, what happens here is this. If you experience a lot of mistrust in your relationships, you have to tell the truth. Okay? That's all it is. You have to just tell the truth, how you feel. All right? This is where the integrity comes, when we align our actions. All right? We have to understand that we don't tell the truth, you're going to experience mistrust in your relationships. Once you start telling the truth about how you feel, about your connection, if you're with someone, just let them know, or it's going to come back to you. This is where you always get the justice card, okay? When it comes to love, act with integrity. Be honest about your feelings, your needs, and your boundaries. Don't stay in relationships out of guilt, fear, or habit. Okay, make choices that honor both your heart and your partner's heart. Very important. Taurus, name a personal quality or trait that you are proud of. Quality, the relationships. Name a personal quality or trait that you are proud of. So when we're looking at quality versus quantity, all right? So the quality of the relationship. What is the quality of the relationship like? All right, I'm gonna keep this all love center, okay? So when I act with integrity, it could be is the quality poor, the time, all right? Or, you know, like basically the principles here of acting with integrity, truthfulness, speaking honestly and clearly about the quality, man. I don't spend enough quality time. I can't be proud of something that I can't, you know, that it's not, it has to be of high quality. So we buy quantity. We buy things in bundles, right? Instead of buying something that's really, really quality for a long, long time. This is how a relationship should be. All right. Oh, that's my alarm. They give me their number. Then when I text them, they stay ghost on me. No reply, no nothing. Well, we'll figure that out. We're gonna turn you into because you're manifesting maybe the wrong things here. Remember that you're constantly manifesting here. And why do you really when it comes to choosing a partner, it's very important. You know, why are the reasons we're choosing a partner? Why am I trying to manifest? All right, it's all in the way you think. All right. Remember, your thoughts are important. Gratitude. What is a habit that you cultivate that positively impacts your life? A habit that you've cultivated that positively impacts your life. And this is for Gemini. Name a favorite childhood memory, Cancer. Leo, think about family tradition you cherish. Gratitude. What's something that you accomplished this year that you're proud of? Virgo. Libra, think of a moment when you witness kindness in action. Hey, David. Hey, eating dinner. David Vidal. Hey, David Vidal. Think of a talent or skill you possess and how it has benefited you and others. Scorpio. Sagittarius, what are you looking forward to? Capricorn, who is someone younger than you who you admire? Aquarius, think about a recent time when you felt connected to something larger than yourself. If you want a, wait, if you were a font. No, I don't want to do that. Who is someone you've lost that you're grateful for to have known Pisces? All right? All right. These are all the gratitude, mindful reflections for happier days. All right? So when you think of something, what you're grateful for, one of the fastest ways to realign your heart, it shifts you from lack to, I have more than, I'm feeling good, Gratitude is the art, you know. Even when I don't see it, even if I got to sit with uncertainty, all right? I'm going to focus a little bit more on Venus, and she's currently in the first house, all right? And basically, that is firsthand on love, doing things my way, all right? But you have to understand Mars, of course, is in the 12th house, so there's a little bit of things that are happening. But when Venus and Mars conjunct, this amorous passion, all right, healthy heart, pleasure, friendly competition, a good time to flirt, to get together, it creates a complete, powerful magnetism, all right? It's exciting yet comfortable, all right? Physical, strong. It's profitable as well, all right? So let's go ahead. Tumeka, do you have a question? I don't know if I'm gonna go on the. Let me go to what's the tea. All right, I'm not gonna use this deck. I'm gonna use. We have a new decks here that I'm gonna be using. Mystic Love. I'm gonna go down the list. If nobody comes in, or if I don't have a. Let's go to what's the tea. People like it. See what's going on. Let's expose some things in your life. All right, and how to have gratitude during the difficult seasons. If somebody's cheated, right? And then really to know what your values are and what Venus represents, all right? We're going to get straight into some cosmic truth as well, especially when you're dealing with your heart. Your heart is precious, all right? We're going to go into... Let me take all this out of here. I think I put too much. Yeah, I put too much. I put too much. I put too much. Let's go back. Nobody... Who is it? I love the who is it deck, the Lover's Oracle. Let's put all these over here. Let's put this back here. Let me move this. There we go. There we go. We got a more stable space here. There we go. I'm trying to put this. There you go. Let me push this. All right. So eating dinner. Tumbeka, you have a question? I'm going to go ahead with the what's the tea, what people like, a little bit of naughty, a little bit of nice, all right? As well. I didn't get, oh, you didn't get it yet? All right, it's coming. Remember, you got the 7 of Pentacles, all right? And that's telling you to wait. You did all you could already, all right? You did all you could already, and we'll see what comes out today for you. All right, trust the process. Hey, Margaret Glass. Go ahead and ask your questions. Let's go ahead to what's the tea. What's the tea is for me to break it in and see here how to. This is what's the tea when it comes to love, or it could just be finances or just people around you. One more. Tumbeka, if you have a question, go ahead. If nobody comes in a half hour, I'm gonna leave. One more. I'll be back tomorrow with the Mindful Monday, how to mind fuel, how do you express gratitude as you begin affirmations, prayers, petitions in divine order through divine love. My heart is filled with gratitude, love, and appreciation for what I have. It's just that simple. That's it. Just simple things like that. One more. Believe in yourself, strength, family, faith, and all you do, courage is there. And what is hope about, right? I could sense something is going to unfold, you put your faith in that hope. It goes together. Is my current relationship worth saving? All right, I'll be right with you. One more. Aries through Pisces. One more. I just did a live that lasted almost three something hours. I wanted to be at least 4 or 5 hours because I haven't been around. Aries, exposing. Somebody's in their head, Aries. making assumptions, creating stories, trust issues showing. All right, somebody's in the head about you. Somebody's making assumptions, creating stories, trust issue. This is, I know who that is. It could be a Virgo, Aries. Let me go in here. I mean, or a what's it, Virgo? Three of Cups. Wow, it's a lot of Seven of Swords. And they're not giving me a major arcana. I want a major arcana. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords, the Tower, and it could be you. All right, so we got a little bit of everything. I thought they were gonna, because Virgo's always in their head about you, so no. The Judgment. A little bit for a little bit for everybody. Is there a successful future in real estate? Margaret, how many questions do you have? Margaret, only one question. My son's future bright. You got no. You're all over the place. Which question do you? Which everybody get a little bit. Everybody's in the head. All right. How to stop overthinking is one thing I'm gonna focus on, and how to let go of grudges. All right. They are powerful, but they actually gonna tie you to your person's energy. You have to let go. A lot of people stay together because of the grudge. They still have a grudge, and they feel like they want it, but it's not that. It's that they haven't. They're still holding on a grudge. All right. So forgiveness. So you can have the energetic freedom, all right? So you could detach from that person. What's my financial looking? Yeah, Margaret, come on, Margaret. Margaret, I know, I get it. Listen, sweetie, just one question. But listen, when we in our head, when we make assumptions, just ask those stupid questions. Ask. Trust issues. You know why? Because when you lie to people, it's going to come back to you. All right, you're gonna mirror their energy. It's just a projection. When you project your feelings on other people or what you experience it, all right, your own insecurities. You know, we're here to be secure to connect with each other, but stop making assumptions. It could be in your head. Please just have those conversations. When the King and the Queen of Swords, all right, mutual respect and understanding. Too much air, too much community, too much blah 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 blah. Just easy. Have those nice, quiet. Reflect. It's time to go in a little bit. All right, have to have those boundaries. Training ourselves. All right. Practice saying no. I need time. All right, this doesn't work for me right now. Without over explaining. All right, I need it. We need it. What you give is what you get. Exactly. Kiki, Puerto Rico, Leo. Are you Puerto Rican? Hey, Diari. Puerto Rico or Leo? What is it, Diari? What you give is what you get back. That's the whole thing. People really like, I would like to help you understand what she just said. What you give back, all right? That's the law of cause and effect. And justice comes in and says, cool it. Now you're going to reap whatever you give out. You're going to reap that. So that's why it's important to see Venus both. You're going to see her as the Empress, pleasure, you know, but she puts heart values in your heart. She puts them there and then she weighs them. She weighs them. You got to understand it or you're going to be in cyclical. Puerto Rico, ¿cómo estamos? Todo Puerto Rico, papá. A comer pasteles, con arroz con gandules. Échame de todo, que venga morcilla, venga de todo. Y que se quede todo, compa. Olvidemos. You know that song? You too young, right? Mark Anthony, that's my boy. All right. I'll give you a little bit of salsa y después, yeah, you got me started, de que me pongan salsa. Que me pongan salsa para mojar. Una salsita, bro. All right, listen, let me get back. I want to make a Puerto Rican deck. I want to make a Puerto Rican deck. I was thinking that's crazy because I was thinking about making a Puerto Rican deck. I'm gonna have 2 decks. Maybe the next year coming, and that's gonna be one of my goals there. I want to make a Puerto Rican tarot to really bring that energy with my flag. We gotta honor our ancestors, bro. Like we gotta do that. All right, I gotta stop talking young. Somebody's bro. Who says bro a lot? Because I don't really use that. Understand that we are connected to this beautiful high vibrational frequency, the universe, the alignment that we have when we harmonize ourselves, when we move in harmony with the divine timing and celestial order. All right. So remember that as you start aligning yourself, all right, your mind, body, and your spirit, we're guided here. We're in this cosmic calibrated intelligence here. Let's go ahead. I always, yeah, somebody says bro, and I don't speak. You never heard me say bro. Stop saying that. Who you said it? You said it just. I'm like, what? I'm like, what in the world? No. Oh, sweat. All right. So thank you for confirming that. I'm like, who said that? An early bird or owl? What are you, an early bird or you a night owl? Let's get it. We have Mercury that has one direct communication is everything. If you were stagnant before, my goodness, that's like for brother. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know. But you say you're different. Yo, bro, man. Yeah, I know. I know. I use a lot of slang. Well, I used to use more than I do now. But I gotta stay relatable, right? I can't just be walking around being a smart ass. You know, nobody's gonna want to be next to me. Listen, I know you guys, a lot of you don't really understand vagueness, things that are not unclear, that are but you're watching it. If you're watching something that is occult, something that's hidden, you gotta know the meaning or you're gonna be stuck. All right? I know that you don't like the vagueness, but you gotta learn what is the meaning, symbolic. You gotta get a little more symbolical. I'm not pressuring you. I'm asking you to believe in yourself, strength, have faith in all you do. Don't even believe in me, believe in you. Go do the research, and then we could sit here and because we're open minded, we could look at the evidence. We could look at what's, the clues, the codes, the keys, and we could figure it out together. All right? Early morning, beautiful soul. Kiki de Puerto Rico. Kiki, ¿cómo está? Kiki, do you love me? Da, 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 da. But you live here. You live here. Where you live? In New York City? You got that New York City Kiki. El kirikikiki como un gallito. I would love to ask a question about my mom. I wonder if she will find a new love her past. Huh? Tú eres de Nueva York. De Nueva York. Yo me voy para Puerto Rico. Man, you got me singing. You got Spanish music on? Lower your music. You got some music on. I would love to ask a question about my mom. I wonder if she will find a new love. Her person power, I'm so sorry to hear that. Rather was taken from his physical form. Yes. He transitioned. I don't want her to continue so walk alone. Thank you, Kiki. I'm the SHI Sugar Honey Iced Tea. You better believe it. I said, let me get. I had to come back down a little bit. All right, let's go. Yeah, so he transitioned. Yeah, that's it. So you want to? Okay, who's? Let me go to you, Shania. Anybody else has a question? Go ahead. LOL. Love the energy. Yes. Her. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. Will she find somebody? But listen, overthinking. We're gonna do a prayer. I'm gonna leave this here because this comes out more. All right. We always in our head. We make assumptions. Ask the questions. Your person is not a mind reader. All right. Stop creating stories, trust issues. Tell the truth, and that if you're dealing with trust issues, because you're not telling the truth. If you like somebody, just say, just get it out of the way. Just say, listen, I like you. I don't know why. I feel this strong pull. All right. Have that heartfelt conversation. Wait a couple of months. Right. Oh, don't tell me that. I'm going to go into the angels. I was just with the angel. Why you didn't come there and ask the question? Oh, man. What's my financial looking like? All right, let me go let me go in here. I'm gonna go because this is the archangel energy anyway. I'm still in that energy. I haven't left it. I usually carry it on for like at least a half a day because I get my own personal experiences here. All right, and the energy's lit. Let's go ahead here. Tell me no more. Tell me no more. Tell me no more. All right, let's go ahead and tap in. And let's see a message maybe for your mom before she moves. All right. Please stop creating stories in your mind. Your person, that high priest comes out one more time. Your person's not a mind reader. Is this is a one night stand? Is this is a hookup? Just have to just straight say it. Bam. Don't be at the first day you got to be careful. One more. You don't want to do it right away at the first date. couple of months, 6 months. If they come in with too much impulse, one more, thank you, one more. Are you an early bird or a night owl? So you are safe. Michael showing up. Michael gives me like a Libra. Michael gives me a Libra. Gives me a Cancer energy. And they gives me a Capricorn kind of energy. But there's also a dad and Aries. All right. Prosperity. The material needs. There's something here. Intuition. Manifesting your dreams into reality. All right. So we're showing a Michael. So she's safe and protected here. But Michael is, of course, the one that protects the churches. All right. The supreme God of the churches. Catholic. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones at home. So tell your mom she's loved, she's protected, she's safe. And to light Archangel Michael to get her out of the low vibrational energy. All right. So Michael, the protector, the healer, but mostly protection against lower energies here. All right. I don't know if she got Sophia here. All right. So for me, Michael represents the Justice card. And you're the only one. Oh, so you got both Capricorns here. All right, good. Because it shows up. That's just the way. No, it's not that that's crazy. That this is what shows up. All right, we are here together. You know that. I think you know that already, right? I said, let me go back and just do something different because I could get so caught up with the other round. Because they want me to explain a lot of things here. All right, you know that, or you don't. That shouldn't even shock you at this point. that shouldn't shock you. But we like to see it over. Man, we really connected. Yeah. Yeah. we are in the that's the key to understanding the perfect part of the intellect. All right, of the universal mind, the universal love, that oneness. Once you connect like that, you're gonna be blown away. You'll be blown away. All right, so you got Asriel, and that's Capricorn. Michael is Cancer for me. Sometimes, but this is Libra. She might meet a Libra, or the person was a Libra. All right, but there's a father figure here because Asriel speaks of fathers when fathers pass away. All right, a father figure. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Oh, she's a Libra. Girl, I am done. I'm going to take a quick break. There's a Libra here, all right? So listen, ooh. All right? Just like, look, like that. I got to show up a little bit. I have to. Because people come in, what's she talking about? Listen, I am so much, we are so connected. We would just go, our mind would go, all right? But let me relax. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I gotta bring it a little bit. Sunday I try to go in hard. I was going because I was trying to explain the emperor. It's very important that we understand the systems. All right, all right. So thank you. Oh, so you're a night out. So we got Libra here because Michael's protecting her. So don't worry about it. Tell her to go into light some candles, do the Michael prayers. So knowing that she's safe, she's protected, and marriage is for her because she represents the seventh house, which is the opposite of course, Aries. All right. They are the same. It's like two sides of the same coin. Could be a problem with that, but most likely she could come in pair with Cancer. Cancer be really, really, really good. I don't know if there could be a Cancer coming in. That's the only the two things that I've seen. I've seen this Asriel, and I know this Capricorn energy very well because that's Archangel Asriel for Cancer. These are one of my favorite time. Knowing how to connect with your archangels, asking for guidance, for protection. Most important, to how to pray, how to commune to the divine in prayer, especially to how to practice gratitude. Most important thing through this difficult season, all right? For the lessons that are shaping her, for the strength that she didn't know she had, all right? So how to commune to the divine, how to understand her values. She represents her values, all right? Personal integrity, truth, freedom, joy, play, freedom, and of course, connection, community. All right, a circle of tribe here, wisdom, discernment, knowing when to act and when to pause. Okay, seeing the truth beyond appearances. All right, love, unconditional care, compassion, and self for others, light, truth, and clarity. All right. So understanding the light that is guiding the principles of the qualities that I got to shepherd, but she's gonna go through this whole transformation. All right. And here you go, prosperity. There's money. Don't worry about finances if that's one of the worries. All right. You got Joe Fiel. That's her angel, Joe Fiel. All right. So she shows up here. And Joe Fiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. All right. Thank God for all in my life, Kiki. All right. All right, so tell her Michael is very important. All right, he symbol the scales, the sword, the truth, the honor, but the protection is there. Not to worry. I don't know if she's worrying here. All right, your brothers make sure they give her that comfort. All right, and what else? Forgiveness, compassion, and you also got a Gemini. It could also be a Gemini. There's also a Gemini because it show up here with the compassion. I apologize if I do keep the cards behind. Sometimes I just got to look at them a little bit over. All right, but there could be also a Gemini here. I don't know who that is. All right. That could be a good match for her as well. That's why I like to use my archangels, all the energy. Well, they'll come out here, but these will take a little bit longer. So, yeah, sometimes do accept and what the archangels represent to you in your life. All right. So, it all came out there, but since a lot of people like to see tarot, all right? So, you're welcome, all right? Just connect to Michael and Joe Fiel, all right? And tell her she got to start realigning her heart, all right? So tell her to do gratitude prayers, to look for them, and to invite that energy. She could manifest healing first. Healing. I'm surprised that the Three of Swords don't come out here. She needs healing. She needs to get around community. She needs to go outside. She needs to ground. All right? Remember, she's all air. She's all in the mind. She's all in the head. Don't let her go through that, all right? Alone. All right? I don't know if this was the father. They keep telling me about the father. Oh, God. All right, there's a father here. Tell her to grieve tell her to start grieving, not the person, because that person's not gone. Tell her to grieve because that's basically really, really hard to release, you know. She's not releasing the person, the hope. Yeah, go outside, take outside, all right? Yeah, all right? Limit exposure and all right? Go with friends and communities, all right? Don't let her think that she's trapped here, all right? To limit her exposure to because it's something that, you know, she doesn't know she's in the I don't know if she feels like she's trapped or she's not in her own mind, all right? I don't want to get really, really deep into the Eight of Swords, all right? Because the Eight of Cups, it's 2 8s here before she gets to this collapse, all right? Let her know that we all been betrayed, right? To grieve, which is hardest for us to do, like I said to you, to release. Not the person, but the hope, all right? Because sometimes we gotta grieve the potential, the version that we imagine, the effort, all right? The grief is what frees her. What is gonna free her is to grieve. I don't know if she really hasn't grieved. Her and my dad. Oh, that's why. I'm like, 'cause it's a man. That one showed up here. All right. Father. That's all. Father. Her and my dad are still besties. That's good. Go out with her, but listen, I don't know, did she go through the healing process already? All right. She didn't get the she hasn't really fully, I don't think so. Oh, wow. But they still besties. All right. So just, as long as she's taking care of herself, just her thoughts of forgiveness, try to be mindful of her energy, how to recalibrate, just to express gratitude for the lessons, the hard parts, tell her to do affirmations, prayers, petitions through divine order. Remember, she represents the scales of justice through divine order, right? Divine love. So I'll say in divine order through divine love, my heart is filled with gratitude, love, and appreciation. And from there, she could make her own thing. Those are the most important things. Everything's happened for my heart is good. I'm renewed. I'm recharged. Right? And so to connect to the sacred heart of the divine. Oh, God, my daughter's calling me. My daughter's calling me. I wonder what she... My daughter... I got to wait till my phone rings. Yeah. All right, just to do just meditation and practice, just so she could align herself. All right, because I don't know if she feels stuck, frustrated, or maybe a little bit out of alignment here. How to connect to the high vibrations of the universe, right? How to align to with the wisdom of the stars, basically, so she could start mind fueling again, to be engulfed and inflamed with the spirit, to express gratitude. So prayers, petitions, affirmations in divine order through divine love, my effort, my heart, give it that effort, that gratitude, let her know that it's possible for the future. All right. Keep in mind that I appreciate you too, sweetie. I appreciate you too. You already know. All right. Remember, Mercury just went direct. So I'm trying to go quick, but I can't. All right. It's pushing me. And then I have a lot of other energies. All right. Yeah, she's going to be all right. All right. And what? And all of the nature and all. At this time, just being around people that have gone through she has to go with people that has been through the death experience, because everybody, each and every one of us, we don't really mourn the grief to release. Three things it gives you: release when you get that three of swords, release, get clear, rest, don't add no more pain, because then we overthink, and then what a grief. All right. Hey, Miss Kibong. Hi. Yes, welcome. First of all, it's hi. How are you? All right. And to understand, just to head and I give it to God. I give it to God and release the worry, the heaviness. Just simple gratitude. I mean, I like to just say just like to say the prayers, but she could look up. There's a lot of prayers if she goes. Yeah. That's it. That's just going to help her and get around people that have been through the same thing, that have lost somebody. That's the best way. All right. That's the best way when it comes to that. All right. Remember, she represents the justice, is the law of cause and effect. That's the law of cause and effect, make consciousness. And she got the three of cups. And justice there, it doesn't have energy. Okay. It measures it. And it's doing that with trios here, all right? So what we're building, we're expanding, we're enjoying this together. Because justice basically asks, is this actually fair, mutual, and sustainable, all right? So just to understand a little bit of the, because you don't want to be in one-sided energy. We both initiate, we both invest, and we both choose, all right? If you got one person pursuing and the other one hesitating or withdrawing, this contrast reveals where the power is imbalanced. You got to understand? Hey, sis, how are you? All right? So a lot of times, do I trust discipline? Or I'm going to cop out. I see it over and over again. No, I don't trust discipline. It's hard. Woo. All right? So you want freedom versus control. How do we go between these two, between the contrast? It's like me. How I'm going to encourage independence and growth, right? Versus jealousy, possessiveness, and fear of losing anybody that comes here. I can't do that. I'm going to care. If you can't learn here, you got to go somewhere else. All right? So if somebody feels expansive and the other one feels tight, how do I find the middle in that? All right? Don't be scared to lose nobody. All right? Our life is more about getting clarity. All right? All right. Yeah. Because ultimately, when we choose a husband, right, it's about finding a person who is not only a best friend, but also someone who makes you feel supported, secure, and encourage you in all aspects of life. And if they are disrupted emotionally, they ain't gonna be good for nobody. All right, because when we going through a grieving, all right, you might want that for her, and I get it, but you gotta understand, in a situation like yours, when people are grieving, All right. That is basically what. That's an emotional disruption. All right. That is the feelings. She's got to learn how to when you're not really processing, understanding things. All right. So that's it could really really and when you don't have no really support from nobody. All right. So the key consideration is you're choosing to have somebody, your character, your values, looks for people that are trustworthy, that are patient, that are sharing your foundational values. All right. They're action oriented, love. All right. Reliable, hardworking, willing to put your family needs above his own. Equally yoked, pursuing a relationship with God. The support system, my partner should be willing to fight for the relationship, offering stability, security, companionship, and emotional safety, both for you. All right, into that same energy. And that's hard, all right? Because with justice, things going, she will not tolerate that. It'll fall, it'll collapse. So that's one of the things. So when people ask me questions, I know that you want the best for her. And so, what she needs right now is healing, family to be there. You guys be that support system, and what she wants, she could start manifesting little by little. All right. I didn't get the justice card, so I thought I was gonna get that, but I didn't get it. All right. It's time for her to choose one direction. All right. It's time to choose one direction and believe in her superpower. All right. And knowing that she's connected to many, many, just like us here, we are connected to each other. All right. How do I align myself with the deeper, the heart of the divine? That infinity symbol represents our past, present, and future. Are we interconnected here? All right. Universal love. But I got to start, one direction. And that's it. I don't have to chase because she doesn't have to chase. All right. Venus energy, her energy doesn't chase us. When you manifest, or even when you set an affirmation, or you basically start your day off with gratitude and appreciation, basically you're setting up what you want to see, you're laying out the way you want your day. And it requires time. Every day we got to work at it. It's gonna feel like work. It got praise, repetition, petitions, and things like that. So we have to stay on that. All right, we have to. You know, we got to be honest with ourselves. Anyway, I hope that helped you some kind of way. All right, sweetie. We look at our standards, but we don't want to get caught up with big, big feelings. Yeah. They're going to be better. Just get her into that practice. She's going to be okay. Don't focus on she doesn't have to do basically. This is why a lot of people, they say, oh, you got to get out there. Eventually, you're going to go out because you got expectations. We got hope. That's the thing that keeps us all together for thousands and thousands of years. The hope, the virtuous circle of life. This is what keeps us together. The fact that we got that light inside, that we know that healing is going to come, the unfolding of timing, believing that it's going to happen. Not only that, putting our faith in everything that we believe in. And it's going to happen. She doesn't have to chase it. When people say, oh, just go and have fun. No, manifest your life. And when you leave the day, you get another fake need. You know, if it's, man, this is what I've been manifesting. You know how incredible that is? You know how incredible that happened to me. I was manifesting. I want to explain a little bit of it. That happened to me, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I got so good at it. I said, man, it's this easy. I didn't know how easy it was. It's so easy that I kind of scare myself. It scares you. It overwhelms you. Manifesting, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because, man, it is, man, when you stay in alignment with the stars, when you align yourself with truth, man, when you cosmic fuel, when you cosmic ground, man, you blow things you won't even know, like your mind will be blown away. I'm sorry. All right? You be like, wow, I can't believe that. Wow. No, you get blown away. No, because you're not doing it. I'm the universe explain. No, I say I wasn't going to say that. All right, let me take a quick break. So, Becca, I'll come back to you. All right, use your energy to build, to grow. Remember, use your energy to grow, to heal. You're casting spells. You got to create ripples. All right? The ripple effect, wavelengths. All right, declare it into the universe. Use the power of your voice to the universe. You have what it takes. All right. Yeah, she doesn't really. She's from church. She's not from church. No, she'll be blown away. She'll be blown away. It's scary. I just go really, really mild. I really, really, really mild. Really, really mild. Really, really mild. She's busy. I'll be right back. All right, Rebecca's still here. But man, when that magician shows up, man, you gotta choose one channel. You done, and then you get on it. You get on that frequency. Remember, everything's light, sound, vibration. There's frequencies that you could run through. But when you're really, really, really good at it, woo, when you channel that energy, remember, we're channelers anyway. All right? So anyway, I'll be right back. Let me take a quick break. I gotta take my back. My back is really oof. Man, we just do stuff we don't even understand. I have to babysit with her. I don't want her to spook. Yeah, no. You be like, oh wow. You stop me. I'm like, oh my. So anyway, our man, when we dealing with the divine, with the intelligence of God, man, when we use our power, the words, they're not just words. They create in your reality. They create and you live it. You go out with like, wow. You bring the energy. You don't even got to, people say, oh, go out and no, you don't got to do none of that. You start in the house, you manifest, you walk, and there goes Prince Charming. And how you could tell if that's the one that wait, did I manifest this or, is this random? So you got to you got to be careful. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, you don't want to spook her. Yeah. Yeah, no, we got to be careful. Listen, I had a, wow, wait, whoa. You got to be careful what you think, what's in your heart. All right? And how to have heart and mind coherent, that stay with your thoughts and your mind and those emotions. They're synchronized. Okay? And they're working in harmony because if not, all right? Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Tumbeke, I'm back. Hey, my Meili Kimbom. Baby steps, but using the power of your heart. Manifesting with the power of your heart. That creates a magnetic field of incredible. It's incredible. Our heart is incredible. Uh, all right, let me go to Becca. What was your question? My best to you and your mom, okay? And I'm so sorry for your loss. So sorry for your loss. Tell her to light candles, tell her to pray, communicate. Let me go here to Tumbeke. Tumbeke, what was your question? I don't know if he asked me the question. What's my financial look like? All right, let's go back to your finance. You're welcome, sweetie. And I'm so sorry for your loss. All right, let her know that she's protected, divinely guided, and just to pray. You can start with prayers and then petitions, affirmations, just a little bit of everything every day, just little small steps. Huh? His energy's around? Yeah, because spirit is, that's basically the heart. All right? Because when the heart is found within you, with a person, that is basically what spirit is. It's the heart. Okay? I mean, we could put spirit to something else, but it's basically the heart. That's where it lives. All right? The energy. So we go understand it biologically, spiritually, philosophically, religiously. One more. All right? But it's so incredible, when we understand the rhythm of the universe, because that's one of the laws. All right, rhythm is everything. And when we harmonize, even when we say portals through this field of consciousness, through intelligence, yeah, it's in the heart. Everything's there for her. All right, so she gotta grieve and she gotta let him go. She gotta let him go. He's gonna she dreams with him a lot. All right, Tumbeka, let's look at what your block is. Tumbeka, I'm gonna give you a gratitude oracle. All right, through these moments of uncertainty. Yes? Okay, good. Yeah, frequencies. Yeah. One more. Yeah, it's okay. You know what? There's so much material. I got so much material and such. I wish I could stay here 10 hours. My back would be my back. Right? Just honor your energy and set boundaries with ease. Engage. So you got the 3 of Swords, Tumbeke. You got the 10 of Wands. I don't know. Wait. Whose energy is this? All right. I didn't hit the bell, did I? Hey, Tasha. Hey, Miss Thompson. Hello. Hey, Blue Star. You like the owl? Hi, Tasha. How are you? All right, let me hit the bell again. Let me get you a gratitude. I'm gonna give you I have some new cards here that I want to tap into. All right. I don't care. I got gratitudes. I got a little bit of everything. How to have variety and duality in our dual nature. How to stay in the middle when we want to choose the good and the bad. All right. How do we combine them? All right. The light and the dark shadow, the consciousness. How do we do that? We constantly want, because we get polarized, so we want to choose sides right away. No. All right. I'm a little bit hood. I'm a little bit ratchet and a little bit gaudy. I'm a Bugatti. I'm not too nice. I'm not too naughty. All right. Both. I'm a little bit of both. So, all right. We got to really understand what spirituality is versus religion. Here we go. Yeah. Go ahead and ask me a question, sweetie. Let's go ahead. Tumbeke, I'm going to give you a gratitude for you could reflect on. One more. Maybe you're not practicing gratitude. Remember a time when you felt truly proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself and know you accomplished. All right? And what's a simple pleasure you enjoyed today? You're going to have Venus energy showing up because she's all about the guilty pleasures. All right? I don't know if you're making lasagna, pasta. There's something that you're cooking. She represents chicken, rice. Oh, yeah, smelly good. I love it. All right? I don't have nothing. All right? Remember a time when you felt, because you got to learn how to manifest. All right? Rice, chicken. You have that's right there. I don't have nothing. Right there. That's the problem. Be thankful for what you have. You have something, or you won't. You have that phone. You have a phone, don't you? That's the problem. I have nothing. No, I have everything. I have everything. Right there, I have nothing. Come on, we got to change that out. We don't, no, I don't have, no, that's the thing. Oh, to myself. I don't have nothing to myself. No, you got everything. You got everything. You won't be here. All right, let's give you a, anyway, remember a time when you felt truly proud of yourself. All right, go back to a time that you felt proud. Sometimes we got to claim our timelines. All right, you got to claim your timeline. There are things that open. There are things that want to come active and you might be refusing it. Only, all right, so you have something. All right, you have something. All right, new beginnings for you. And one more. Another one, inner strength. And soul contract. Oh, wow. I have a little bit of everything. I want to explore. All right. So I'm going to just give you the oracle. That's the last one. Every soul you encounter is not by chance. It plays a role in awakening you to higher love and purpose. I love this. So you go understand things different because sometimes I just go into my notes and I explain everything. Every ending carries a hidden blessing, Tumbeke. Life is gently guiding you towards a fresh start that aligns you with higher purpose and soul's true expansion. No wonder. Okay, that's why that Three of Swords came out. All right. You are stronger than you think. You are rediscovering the unshakable power within your spirit through challenges. All right, and you know that challenge life gives us challenges through people. So, what your challenge is here? You're trying to hold more than you can. All right. Let me go again here. Look, there goes the Empress and the Queen of Cups. So your money. Money. You have everything you need, and if you want more, you're going to have to go into this manifestation. I don't really do a lot of manifestation. I'm going to start doing that now that Mercury is in direct and how to understand the portals. But first, you got to understand a little bit of astrology, which that is my favorite. You got the Four of Cups. You got the Five of Wands. All right. So different. Even though you're not putting that's what it is. That's the problem. You're not really. It's different parts of you want different things. All right. You're not really focusing your mind on that. The cup, there's something that's being offered to you, but you want this freedom, but so you're stuck between freedom, which I talked about in the other live, and the Fool. The Fool and the Emperor. So when you get here, because you're here in the Emperor. So it's like you want the Fool, but then you like stuck in rigidity. All right? When you're trying to look, when you get too controlling, right? When you lose opportunities, miss opportunities because different parts of you want different things here. So of course, this brings you freedom, but it causes chaos. All right, it's here. And this control, but it becomes stuck and it becomes rigidity. So now this is you're pushing your conscious. I didn't look at your conscious goal, but when you go the Four Cups, it's more contemplating, less doing. All right. But I won't send them 80. Oh, okay. But no, but you're not, no, yeah, but you're not understanding. I understand that, but you're not understanding here. Right. You're not going to get carried away with every little thing. I get it. But we're not talking about that. I mean, I could talk to you in that sense. All right. You're not jumping to every opportunity. I get it. But this has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the power of your mind manifesting. And then the Fool, he urges you to be bold and take chances, although caution is needed. Discernment, which is a supernatural gift, right? It is given to you in spirit, in the heart, and it dwells within you, and it helps you detect truth from falsehood. Discernment is the ability to what? To perceive and understand, to judge all things clearly, especially those that are really basically what? Like, can I see it? I don't see it. I don't trust. So that's good. I like that you don't jump to every opportunity. All right? But to really understand our dual nature. All right? And because our dual nature is either, it gets polarized. Either it's good or it's bad. Or it's this, it's black and it's white. We go between these two dual natures. But the power here of the Fool, because he represents the survival instincts when it comes to the zero. the virtuous circle of life, having faith and optimism here. You understand me? When we're talking about the unseen life force, all right, when we start to awaken into our true identity, because this it represents freedom. All right, if I go into man, I don't even want to go into the whole fool, because I got to take you back to ancient history. Magic was our survival back in the days. There's not a person in this world that is not a child of the divine that is not going to go heaven and earth to find out their identity. All right? But this energy is not a choosing card. It's a contemplation. It's a withdrawal. This is a boredom. This is hesitation. All right? It's I'm not sure. I don't know if I want this. Something feels missing. I'm ignoring things. All right? You're not really too focused on money here. You're not really, no, you're not really. There's different parts of you that want things, and you got chemistry, drive, ambition, but at certain times you want it, and then at other times you don't want it. You understand me? So you really got to use your discernment, again, the ability to accurately perceive what is true, right? Because we want to know, is this true? Can I see it? Do I believe it? Do I have faith? When you understand the sacred unseen, before it even happens, you got to speak it. Our ancestors knew, and so we're looking at these, the symbol, the bird clan. We're looking at there is a watch. What happened to your watch? You have a watch here, and there is something that your time. There's something with your time and with your watch. All right? I don't know. There's something here about your watch. Now that I look at the full energy. All right? I don't know where we go with the watch. You got blessings that are right in front of you, basically. This is what it's telling me here with the whole spread. All right? But you got to be really, really real. Look, like if I'm scared of the competition, right? A lot of times we don't go into the competition because then we are afraid that we're going to be not even chosen or last. All right. If I'm trying to avoid competition, I don't like I don't throw myself aggressively at the world. You know what I mean? All right. Let me give you an I don't care card. If that four of cups comes out again, I'm gonna go into the 4 cups deep. If that 4 cups comes out again, I'm gonna go into I don't care. What is another fancy way to say I don't care? All right. Let's go ahead with I'm gonna give you an I don't care. Oh, whoa. Wow. Wow. They're just no, we got to practice faith. We got to put in faith. How do I focus inward, right? Because energy, energy is not commitment, all right? You don't see your blessings right in front of you, all right? One more. Wow, they all jumped out before. Let me give you a few of them. What if I could send all your problems away? Stop repeating the same again. One more. Sorry, not sorry, and do not push me. Those are your little oracles. I don't care. And do not panic. Everything's okay, all right? Party in your heart. Be like a kid and party in your heart, Sumbeke. If the four cups come out again, I'm going to go a little bit more into the four cups, all right? I hope that helped you, and practice gratitude. Stay optimistic, have more faith. Not optimistic when you don't do anything, but please send that gratitude out to the universe. All right? No, that's how I move. All right? All right? Yeah, if it comes out again, I'm going to go into the four cups. All right? That's how you work all day. All right? Oh, no wonder that 10 of cups. No wonder that 10, not that 10 of cups. That 10 of wands comes up. Wow, you don't got no off days. $11 an hour. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you could be anyway. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say here. Don't panic. Go get a drink. Go get. I like these cards. All right, I like these cards. You gotta find some time off. I got everybody's reading is giving me a headache. Except Shania. Tumbek is giving me except Shania. Tumbeka gave me a headache here. The other lady gave me a headache over there. Guys just give me headaches. But when that four cups comes out, I'm gonna go really, really heavy on the four cups. All right. And so give me a minute. We're gonna go into that four cups. Whoever's interested in that four cups. All right. I want a one-on-one. I'm gonna go into that four cups. All right, because that has to do with it's deep. That has to do with your serotonin, your sun. All right. Remember that the moon pushes you backwards. It pushes you back, and the sun pushes you forward. All right. So you're going to have to learn how to say, you know what? I'm just gonna sit in the center. You gotta learn the sun. Once you learn the sun and the moon, what it does it really mean? All right. But I'm gonna go into that four cups so we could really understand that four cups. All right. It's not what you think it is. And I cannot wait to give it to you. Well, it is what it looks like, but then it's not what it looks like. All right? I want you to expand your consciousness. I'm like, wow. Because then we look at our problems, man. Man, no, that's going to weaken your heart. That weakens your heart. You want to stay in really, really good high vibrations. All right? When you're there, you're safe. You're safe. You just need to get novelty. I think that I said that before, we get caught with the novelty. You're gonna learn. We gotta understand the novelty of things. Okay, we get addicted to dopamine. That is a thing that releases in our brain, and when we don't get that, we start being disconnected. So understand the four cups. It shows up, and it's saying something very, very important. But I'm gonna really go into the four cups. All right, and what that's the big because you're stable there. But if you want more, you're gonna have to use the power of your heart again. I'm not gonna get into the into the biology or talk about the 40,000 neural cells that are in the heart that produces this magnetic field. I'm not gonna go into that. I want to, but I'm not going to do that. All right, and so I'm gonna take a quick pause. We're gonna discuss the four cups. All right, and yeah. And understand a little bit more of the law of cause and effect, make consciousness, and what does it mean? All right. When we are aligned with integrity it's important. All right. Integrity is important. All right. And being honest. All right. Oh, what is integrity? I got integrity. I'm thankful. All right, we need to. You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot. You're not gonna look at life the same. Oh, that's the goal here, man. I'm not gonna look at my life. I'm gonna be thankful for what I have, and I'm gonna remain true to myself. I'm gonna learn. I like that because in my heart, I offer what I don't know, and I learn I learn what I don't know. I offer. I believe in myself, my capabilities. I connect to my heart. That's my true nature. That's where everything flows from. right? I don't believe in the idea of religious groups, organizations. The way to reach God is to join them. And I start creating what my dreams are telling me and manifesting it. How to have that cosmic connection with using your heart. The spirit is in there. All right? that is it. And when I learn how to use it and using heart and mind coherence, that's it. How to get through these frequencies, how to set that vibration, get into a frequency that is so high that whew, it's like a way you carry this incredible power with you, and you will just blow things like wide open. All right. Not understanding portals through this thought of consciousness that they, because you connect. There's things that are being activated. You don't know. You push it away. No, no, I don't know what the hell that is because we're so busy working. All right. Just little by little baby steps here. I'm gonna take another quick break, and I'll be back. If anybody has a question, go ahead in. If not, I'm gonna go into the Four of Cups. We're gonna go into the Four Cups, and just when it comes out, the conscious goal there is to, because if that's your conscious goal, then you are gonna be in a lot of trouble. Not a lot of trouble. I'm not gonna say that. You gotta. I want you to be aware. All right, because when that Four Cups comes out, as your conscious goal. I'm going to talk about that when you see it in my readings. Also, this is the conscious goal, all right, which is okay. It's a kind of safe, secure energy. The fours are all about stability and security, all right. But how do I be practice? That's when you got to start practicing gratitude. All right. Okay, when I come back, I am going to explain the Four of Cups. It's very important. I think I explained it before. I'm going to go to the container so you can know what the container is. So when you get it, oh, all right. Oh, okay. So get ready to make it if you want to know. I'm going to come in with the Four Cups. Uh, what is the Four Cups? It's the container. All right? You'll understand. Little by little. You understand little by little. You're not going to, when you take new information, remember, you got to process it. You got to process this information. Please believe in yourself. Believe slowly. Have faith in all you do. Have the strength, the courage. You got the strength, but you don't have the courage. How to match these two energies. All right? Between faith and fear, believe, or, do I doubt? Do I believe? If I don't see it, my God, where is it? All right? And understanding the grounding, and to be patient. And of course, because we show up here with a lot of pentacles. And a lot of times we don't, that's the being in ground. I mean, that is not you being affected, or how you affect this. How do you connect in the earth? A lot of us are not really touching the ground. We're not letting ourselves be affected in real time. All right. So this is my first time tuning in. Hey, thank you for coming, Tasha. Tasha asked a question. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Four Cups as we go along. So when you get that energy, you could really understand a little bit deeper, just a little bit deeper. I just want you to sit when it's uncertain. When I don't understand, do I have the capacity? Yeah. Yeah, you have the capacity, but I'm going to explain a little bit more. All right? When the heart's capacity to receive, process, and response to feelings, by the time someone reaches your energy, when you reach that energy of that card, what is it telling you? I need you to understand, and just most important, understand novelty. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. All right. Let me get this card out of here. The Four Cups coming right up. Four Cups. It's coming right up. I could go through all of them, but it's just so much. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much. Wait, I hear you that? Oh, you can access it. My back is killing me. Can you tell me about my what? My recent relocation and my new relationship. Okay. Let me go to you quickly. All right. I didn't let's go ahead. Tasha, you still here? No, sorry for what? No more, no over apologizing. All right? I don't over apologize. I used to be such an apologetic. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on. Relax. Okay. We know we don't really mean it. we know we don't. We don't really mean it. Let's go ahead. Tasha, are you here? And my new relationship. Oh, so you moved. Let's see where you at. Let's go ahead. Let's tap into the great power from the divine spirit of all there is, who livens all life, inanimate all things, the sacred, unseen, the divine, the heart of the divine. As we, we pray, for grudges, right? The heart starts to hold resentment, I see a lot of resentment here. I release a grudge, God of compassion. You see the weight I have been carrying, I have replayed the hurts. I have held on to injustice. I have guarded my heart with anger. But this is a burden. So you understand, we got to learn how to pray like that. All right? Just little by little. Softening the heart, divine healer, divine heart. However you connect with God. One more. Father God, Heavenly Father, I come to you today. However you understand. As long as you're praying, as long as you're communing with something greater than you, with a higher power. However you understand, God. Here, one more. Thank you, thank you. One more. Tasha, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Tasha Thompson. I like that last name. Tasha, let's go in the... Oh, wow. Far here like this. Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords. What happened? There's people in your area? What happened here? We got too many swords. Uh-oh. Swords and pen. All right. Wow. We got a lot of swords. Did you get away from somebody? Did you left at night? You left here. Something happened here. All right. You're trying to avoid somebody here, or you left avoiding somebody. All right. So the nights we already know. Yeah. Okay. Right away. Ooh, I haven't seen her in a while. Wow. So the relationship is more intellectual than anything. All right. So what happened here? And then we go back to the 4. So you got another 4. All right. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. So you relocated somewhere quietly here. You moved in secrecy. You moved secrecy. Shh, shh. All right. So you shouldn't be feeling sad, frustrated, trapped, or whatever the case may be. How you feeling right now? All right. We got 2 4s here. Stability. All right. Stability is at the core and security. You didn't feel safe with your person, or do you feel like you're safe now? You feel like you're safe now? And so you got a new relationship. All right. I want you to stay with your energy because I'll lose it. If I feel like you're drifting, don't drift. How to move without secrecy, all right, is the thing. How to be strategic, all right? Because you have to feel emotions here. There's too many swords here, all right? So that tells me something. We got the 4 of Cups, all right? Let me take this out of here. This is hindering me. So, because you got a page, there was some... I broke up with my ex who lived in the state, and I moved from... Yes, okay. Because a lot of times they show me what's happening, all right? I don't ask for all this information. It just comes out. I don't know if there's something that's keeping you worried. Do they know? Why are you asking? Because you got 2 pages here. Do you think you know where they at? They know that where you're at. All right. Because this energy here is about being clear. All right. Using my discernment, a side of relief. Okay, great. All right. But this is the curiosity of this. So either you could be curious, or your person here, it could be curious about where are you at? Okay, when the king show up, the king and queens, they show up. Mental clarity, all right, not emotionally overflow. So I like it because it doesn't have a lot of emotional overflows here. Oh, somebody's been pursuing you. So you want to know the intentions because the Knight of Pentacles is slow. All right, to stay stuck on rigidity because it has to stay tight to the land. All right, you got to say this is why we got all the 4s. Look at all these 4s you got. All right, this is our condition anyway. You know, we get stuck on rigidity when we want not the control that you think the control when we trying to either force an outcome or when we go from chaos because we want freedom. So we go between the tribe, right? We want freedom, and then with freedom with this chaos, and then when we want basically stability, right? There's a lot of separation here, but there's a lot of air. There's a lot of miscommunication here that you haven't dealt with here, all right? You haven't dealt with here. Yes, there's something. I don't know if you're worried about that. I don't know. You guys are young, right? Because I got a lot of Page of Pentacles here. Somebody's about 25, 30. All right, this queen, she's a little bit more mature. So she got her head right, all right? Because when this connection, all right, anything, emotions are going to be second here, all right? So you're using your discernment, which I like, right? So how do I know if I'm using my discernment right? You know, I could be able to judge things. You know, I know, wow, I know that kind of energy again. All right. I don't want that anymore. Yes, I want to know their intentions. So either your old person or your new person. All right. So your old person must have been all these swords here, because then this comes on. This is not part of this. And then you go into here. Because I don't know if you feel safe. So your question is, should I open up? Because your mind is not on money. Your mind is in safety. All right? Because before you felt like stuck, frustrated. You felt like frustrated. Look, my Espanol comes out. Frustrated. All right? So now that you're becoming more aligned, you're older. Yeah. because you become more aligned with the wisdom. You grew in wisdom. All right? So you're growing in wisdom here because the pages are about being curious about somebody. So they're not asking you to rush it. They're asking you to take things real slowly. Make sure that this connection is mutual respect, understanding, emotion second. All right? Because one person is guarded, and that's you. All right? Because you're being, it's like you have to analyze what they're asking you to, right? Instead of expressing things, analyze. Exactly. The old me was bad and played. Exactly. So this was a lot of childhood, that's what pages, but that's what it is. This is how we get the experience. All right. When we got these pages here, because as you transition from women, from childhood to adulthood, all right, the page of source says, well, stay curious, alert, and seek truth. All right. I'm going to go a little bit into the Four Cups because that's my main thing. All right. So you got a lot of pages. So this one says to you, stay curious and alert. Okay? Seek truth, but don't jump to conclusions. All right? Use your words wisely. Think before you speak. Be open to learning even if it challenges you. Stay sharp, but stay balanced. All right? And this is not balance. This is not balance. You go here, look. You go to the 5. Parts of you, again, part 1, different things. Whether it's emotionally, chemistry, attraction, I want to have sex. You have sex with this person, like you don't really know right now. So I will work through this process. All right? Now the page of Pentacles tells you something different. All right? The page of Pentacles, stay focused on learning. Yeah, but that happens. But that's okay. That's okay. You're not with him no more. Now you're going to focus on learning. They're telling you 2 things here. All right? Because this stays stuck on rigidity. Because this person gets stuck to their land because they got to work. This is our human condition. This is the brain. This is ancient. We have ancient brain. This is why we get to learn new things all the time. The pages are telling you to focus on learning. Build. How do you build spiritual muscle? He has muscle there because he's building spiritually. This is a vision without courage. It leads you to nothing. You can have all the visions in the world, study the courage. Okay? Courage. A lot of us, we can't, oh man, do I got the courage? Be patient. Because real progress, it takes time. Invest in yourself and in your future. You're going to plant a seed. All right? And that seed, you need to nurture it daily. And that is your mind. That is your insight, your inner compass. All right? So you can know that you're making the right decisions. All right? You got to know how to move beyond. And you have moved beyond this. I didn't know if this was your conscious goal. But it doesn't really matter. Because to move beyond these pages, you're doing that, right? You don't lose curiosity. You refine it into direction and mastery. All right? So as you go into this journey. Pages are curious. They're beginning. When you begin to evolve, you step into commitment, responsibility, and you embody the energy. All right? So you go from stop wondering now, all right, to doing. All right? You got it? To learn, and yes, all right? So you go from wondering to doing, to stop, just explore. Like you gotta, you're not, I don't know if you're in this exploration, all right? So need to practice repetition that turns curiosity into a skill. Because when you're scattered, all right, or too focused, you got to choose one path here and go deeper. From asking to understanding, experience becomes your teacher. That's what it's saying here, all right? So going from that kind of energy. So a lot of times we go from light interest to devotion, all right? So when you care enough to say when it's hard, oh my God, this is so hard. All right. Remember that curiosity is just going to open a door and you're going to be able to go. You got to have the discipline to walk through it. All right. Remember the pages that ask questions. The next level is awareness, which is here. All right. It's in the spark here. So I don't know if you got any spark. Hey, it's kind of the man or woman right now. A man or a woman right now. Christina. All right. So I don't know if that's your conscious goal here. But yeah. Look, when we live strategically, how to live, how to have this balance here between being strategically, moving in silence, because if you want truth, all right, a lot of things they feel heavy, but carrying about all this heaviness, it could put a weight on you, right? So if you value, let me tell you something, if you value honesty, you gotta confront. There's some things in life that we're gonna have to confront here, all right? So is my person showing a different energy? A lot of times they just show me here, with this energy. This is all about being curious. The energy that they're showing right now. We got to remember how tarot works. It shows me what you're dealing with right now. The answers are right here. All right. And then your discernment. All right. Because you got to remember, it's all in the learning and the transformation. Because curiosity is the inner pull to know, to explore, to understand something new. New. Okay. It's that feeling. What is this? What is this happening? It's your soul gently nudging you, guiding you towards your growth and your discovery. All right. So a lot of times it doesn't show up like that. So let me see here. Let me go to another deck for you. I just wanted to help you understand that humble, curious, study news, and of course, because I'm going into more a quick spiritual advice for you. All right. And those pages train your train. You got to train your spirit, your heart. All right. Not too close, not to be too rigid, because you're the only one that's going to hold yourself back. All right. How to go into the center. All right. And not to be too cold, too detached, to try to control everything, every outcome. No. All right. And how to have the emotional container. Because you got the 4 cups and because Tumbeka got it also. Tumbeka is here. All right. I'm going to go a little bit into the 4 of cups, and then I'm going to come back to you if you are still here. All right. Because I want you to understand. You know why you need it? You know why, Tasha? Because you got it too. Everybody gets the 4. There, it's very important that you understand novelty. Because when you're in the new relationships, all right, the novelty can look like for the first few dates. All right? In relationships. It creates curiosity, anticipation, excitement, heightened attention, because your brain pays more attention to what's new, all right? Because it could be important. So you got to understand, novelty is discovering something personal, physical chemistry, especially on the first few days when it's new, all right? Late night talks that feel electric. You don't fully know them yet, okay? And that's what, that unknown energy, it creates energy. The unknown, the mystery is going to create an energy, all right? Novelty is about stimulation, not necessarily depth. It's the spark, not the structure. You understand me? That's why when novelty fades, people sometimes confuse calm with boredom. You're going to confuse calm with boredom, stability with lack of passion, familiarity with something missing, but novelty isn't the same as love. It's the beginning stage of engagement. All right? You got to understand novelty is newness. It's the experience of something being fresh, unfamiliar, different from what you're used to. It's that feeling of this is exciting. All right? I never felt this before. This is different. Remember that novelty activates the brain's reward system, that dopamine. It creates that curiosity. All right? So exactly. Novelty is new. So if you understand novelty and what that does to your dopamine, your serotonin, your sun, it makes things look beautiful, especially the first few dates. It gives you discovering a personality, your chemistry's there, late night talks, you doing all that. Don't worry about when it gets boring, because then you're gonna think that have those conversations. Don't avoid the important conversations, is what it's saying. You understand that 7 of Swords? If you feel something, carrying, like if honesty, my top value is honesty. I'm gonna tell a person how I feel when is the appropriate time. You know what I mean? You don't get caught up with that novelty. Remember, our brain. Oh wow, that's the reward, man. I feel so good. Let me tell them how I feel. It's excitement, all right? When something stop being bored, I don't like them. It's not like it used to be. I like, we gotta remember. You understand that, right? So that's one of the most important things here when you get that Four of Cups. Please, when you understand it, be like, oh, just because it's boring, just because they lack passion, just because they got interested in something else, none of that is true. What is really, really happening, having those confrontations in a healthy way, and basically when it comes, have those conversations early that could open a door to something that you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on something real. Please have that conversation. Yes, we love to be bored. We are the same page. We love each other's company. All right. But oh, no wonder you didn't get. No wonder. No wonder there was no wonder there was a lot of. I'm like, whoa, what kind of what kind of? There's too much. There's a lot of mental. Well, I like it because you have a lot of, the same thought, very thoughtful energy. I like it. Very direct. I like to talk about things that are interesting, stimulation. But it got boundaries as well too, which I like. That's what that swords. Yeah. All right. But to really go deep into the emotional container, we're gonna dive deep a little bit that. So you already know about novelty. What does it mean? All right, and now we're gonna go into the emotional container. So my bottom line is, well, anybody's bottom line. All right, you love each other's company. The conversation is stimulating, but there is not a lot of emotion there. There's not a lot of emotion. I don't want you to see that. Oh, what happened? What happened? You don't got emotion? All right, so you need a little bit of that when it gets boring. All right, because emotions, for what I see there, emotions are second. All right, emotions are second in your connection with your person. Yeah, so yeah, it's second. Yeah, so you're gonna have to create. You're gonna have to create so much dopamine to keep yourself coming back. All right, I don't know. Let me tell you something. Opposites attract, but your opposite is the same. I'm gonna use an example. I see here Aquarius and I see Leo. Those are the two energies. All right, we got sun and we got air. Or it could be Capricorn and Cancer. Or it could be Gemini and Sagittarius. Or it could be Pisces and Virgo. It could be that kind of dynamic energy. You see that a lot. All right? All right? Yeah, girl. Do you think so? It's going to be hard because remember, we live in the nervous system. No, we live in the nervous system. See, you got to know about the nervous system. It is in the nervous system. It is in the chemistry. All right? You build it slowly. Take your pragmatic approach. All right? But you don't want to stay too much in conversations. You don't want to say too much in that because the body, we require and we desire. All right? Because different parts of you want different things. I don't know if I say your sign. All right? So I'm going to start again. Aries, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius, Cancer, Capricorn. All right? All right. So good. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, same thing. Different degrees. All right? Saggy. All right. Saggy, Gemini. Where was I at? I was at Gemini, Libra, the same thing, Aries. And then we go on and on. Scorpio, Taurus, Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Virgo. Virgo, Pisces, same thing. Two sides of the same coin. All right? And I'm a Capricorn and he's a Scorpio. All right? Wow. I'm surprised. Wow. You didn't. Wow. And you only got the 4 cups? Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Wow. I've never seen that before. Wow. You guys are not, you guys are not even, well, depending on your, oh man, so you're Scorpio, so your moon, so your moon had to be, yeah, your moon had to be in air. I think that moon is in Aquarius, closer to Aquarius kind of energy. All right? You need a lot of talking. Woo! There's a lot of stimulation. When those relationships are like that, talking. You don't want it to stay in inspiration. You understand me? You don't want it to stay inspired because it don't go nowhere. Remember, the chemistry, we live in the body. The body is the nervous system. It reacts when it's, when it wants something, it gets the pull. All right? But anyway, how big is your container? All right? Aquarius gang. My ex was a Virgo, Tasha Thompson. Oh, okay. All right. And that goes with your Scorpio energy. You can see that. All right. Wait, you're not giving me your sign. Oh yeah, you did. You telling me that you're a Scorpio. Yeah. So Taurus will be excellent for you, in a way. I don't know if you had a Taurus, because you're Scorpio. You got to teach them. I don't know if you had, but you might get it in the future. I don't know. All right. So anyway, in the emotional container, that when you get that 4 cups, you did Taurus already? You did Taurus? You did Taurus already? How was that? I want to know how it was. I like opposites, but then knowing that they don't have at a different degree, according to the wheel, not me. All right, you are separated by 6. So you're gonna have to learn the elements of your person. It's gonna be a little more challenging, because the bottom line is you become like them, they become like you, sort of. Meaning right in the middle of both signs. All right, you embrace their qualities, the way they do things, vice versa. But anyway, let's go back to the 4. Let me see if they give it to me again. No, the 3. Oh, you're a Capricorn. Oh, you're Capricorn. Oh, okay. And they're Scorpio. I'm sorry, sweetie. So let's go to the anyway. Let's go. You are ready for the 4 cups? All right. So when you get the 4 cups, they're talking to you about how big is your emotional container. No wonder I didn't get a lot of emotions. I was like, wait a minute, what in the world? All right. There's an emotional restraint here for some reason. But anyway, the emotional container is the heart's capacity to receive, process, and respond to feelings by the time someone reaches that energy. All right. So you reach the 4 cups. All right. The container has grown, but it's also selective. It's no longer small or reactive. All right. Earlier emotional stages, like the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, those are about exciting bondings and sharing. The emotional all outward easily. The 4 of Cups person had experienced enough feelings that they pause and they reflect. The container is deeper, but turn inward. So you are inward. You are inward. All right. The figuring. Well, let me get it out. This time my back is hurt. I want to move up. For whoever's here, I want you to really understand that 4 cups. Let me get it in. Let me go get it a little. Let me go here. Hold on. So when you see it in your person, you have the conversations. All right, and that takes a lot of work. All right. Let me see if they give it to me. Oh, that is your first Scorpio? That's your good luck. Scorpion's gonna teach you a really good lesson. Scorpion's gonna teach you a really, really good lesson. All right? That's all. And hey, listen, you're gonna learn a more general lesson. Scorpion's is gonna teach you a lesson. All right? One more. Oh, no. The Fool in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. The Sun in reverse. Oh, man. All right. Let me see if I get the 4 cups. All right. The 8 of Swords. Okay. 7 of Cups. Let me get that, 4 cups. Just have faith here, all right? Just have faith here, and your expectations, all right? This card, don't get too don't worry about this card here, because this is all about you having faith, because it's urging you to be bold and take but use your discernment here, right? You can have a really good connection, but you gotta stop. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't start over analyzing. Don't start over analyzing. Don't do that. All right, you're gonna let the natural flow. You gotta flow naturally. It's okay. Let me go into the four cups because you're holding something here. This is for everybody that's here. There's 5 people in here. For you, we all go through it. You all just pay attention to what it's telling you. All right? I had to learn this. There you go. I had to learn that myself. All right? I was like, oh, wow. I said, oh, that's my problem. That's my problem. Oh. That's the problem. I didn't know about the novelty. I said, oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't know about that. That's my problem. I'm like, I don't think that I'm ungrateful. I don't think that boredom and complacent. Yeah, I did complain a lot. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, I said, yeah, that's my other problem. I complain a lot. I'm selective. I'm selective. I didn't know that. I said, oh shoot, then I got problems. Oh shoot, I'm going inward. Yeah, I didn't know I was that crazy. I was like, oh shoot. I said, wait till the family find this out. I gotta, man, what a nutcase. Here I'm thinking I'm all grateful. No, you are too worrying too much. Because I'm the survival mode, child. I didn't know what? I'm doing what? I'm reckless. I got too many demands. Holy shoot. If you don't comply with my demands. Oh my God. I'm the only one that's holding myself back. And boy, oh boy, did I start practicing gratitude real quick. And I never got off. 3 years already and knocking. Man, when I seen this, I said, oh man, I really got to change. Man. No, I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But anyway, so the emotion of the container is big. I like it. It's a stable energy. Remember that they represent stability, securities, everything. All right? So we're not even aware. Oh, wow. You know? So the 4 cup is a person that had experiences, enough feelings that they pause and reflect. The container is deep, but they tend that inward. So the figure that you see here, all right, in the card sits with 3 cups already before. Okay, while another one is being offered. You already know. I don't even got to say that, but people like it. Yeah, we got to step exactly. I say, oh man, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm 40-some years old. Wow. I mean, I must have cried because I thought I was being grateful, and I was being ungrateful. I was being so ungrateful because I was complaining, but I didn't know about it. You know, thank God to tarot that I learned a lot of things. You know, I didn't know. So anyway, so basically this is something you have felt love, joy, and connection. The emotional container, all right, is full. Enough to question what they truly want. They are processing feelings internally. When you are still processing feelings internally. All right? So when it comes to, let me continue with this card. Because she comes out a lot here. All right? Because the container here, how big can you hold? How much you can hold? How much love, emotions? The container becomes discerning. So you got the discernment here. All right? So we're going to turn this around. Because you got it there. All right? And if you're looking, there could be a connection that you already thought about it. Or I don't know if you were offered. All right? This is stability, security, long term. But this is the beginning of things. All right? Remember, the aces are all beginnings. All right? So instead of accepting here every emotional experience, the heart is going to ask you here. All right? This is meaningful to me. Does this nourishes my soul? Or am I emotionally tired? All right? This is why this card always shows contemplation and apathy. All right? Well, symbolically speaking, the container, the emotional container at the Four of Cups is deep enough to hold experience, quite enough to reflect, selective about what it receives next. All right? But there's a risk here. The heart stays closed too long. It misses a new cup being offered. All right? Often seen as a divine inspiration or a new emotional opportunity. You got it? You're going to miss something. This is very important. All right? So, I'm gonna explain it from a more mystical, just quickly. This is just quick stuff. All right? Some mystical readers say that the Four Cups is the moment when the soul passes between emotion and awareness. And it asks, do I keep repeating the same emotional patterns or do I open up to a higher form of love? All right? So the container isn't small. It's actually mature. All right? But it's deciding here what deserves to enter it. All right? In short, the Four Cups, your emotional container is large enough to hold experience, but wise enough to question it. You got it? That's it. Do I got one more? So when it comes to your conscious goal, I mean, maybe you might not be aware of it. When it comes to your conscious goal, I say conscious goal here when it comes to money. All right? When it comes to your finances, your mind is trying to create emotional distance from money. Okay? This is not about greed. That is not about greed. This is about disengagement, or it could be protection here. And while your conscious mind is aiming for, all right, you may be trying to not get emotionally attached to outcomes. You're going to be avoiding risky financial opportunity, and you want to stay conservative. All right? You're ignoring attempted offers. All right? So you pull back from spending or investing, and it can be not jumping at every opportunity here. All right? So that's pretty much it. So when you get this, this is what is basically for a conscious goal kind of energy. All right? And that is all I got for that Four of Cups energy. So you can understand it a little deeper here. It's not like the Four of Swords. And then we could go into the what? All right? The Four of Pentacles. I want something serious, but I'm struggling to fully open. A fear of heartbreak, fear of losing someone, losing them, being possessive, jealous. All right? So we go into that realm. But when we look at where we get stuck at here, because most people they try to get purpose from love or get love from purpose, and that creates distortion. And examples of that, using relationships to avoid what? To avoid destiny. Using ambition to avoid intimacy. Wanting someone else to validate your path. Wanting love to feel like a direction. And basically, these cards separate. Well, that's why you got a lot of swords here. Because they separate them for a reason. Where they meet only after the embodiment, all right, of this card here. So when purpose is stable, which is this one, all right, or the Four ones, because then the ego got to be quiet. The Wheel of Fortune, we got to master that. Not rescue, not recognition, all right? Partnership. You got to become integrated, basically. All right, hey, greetings. Hey, Shamila. All right, so how to really integrate when we get this card or when we get the Wheel of Fortune? How do I master it? Or even the Alchemist, all right? When it's boring, because this is low vibration. Well, high vibration is low and it's calm. When the energy is healing, when it gets boring, when I gotta wait, when somebody wants to move faster and the other person, oh my God, this is taking so long. How can I hold it? Right? So we really got to understand the energy. Greetings, Shamika. All right. So I hope that helped. And then we deal with grief and how do we start again. How do I have intimacy with somebody else without self-abandonment? I miss the things that I used to do, the fun. Things are not fun anymore. How do I keep adding? Well, basically I gotta make different choices. All right. This is how we keep adding more balance into our life because we're not giving wisdom when we're not giving balance. We gotta keep making different choices throughout our life. That goes from our childhood, well, not a child because decisions are made for us, into our youth, or when we get up there in our 20s, 21, and we get up there into adulthood. We got to keep making different choices. Every version of you, every level that you step into, requires, especially when it comes to evolution, it requires for you to make an alignment, a different choice. And for you to evolve, it means to develop into a more expanded and become more aware and more fully, to listen, to become more aware of your surroundings and the best version of yourself. All right. So just understand a little bit of the 4 cups. All right. That's it. I am done. I don't like these cards. These cards are so small for me. I'm gonna be using this in the readings. Yeah. I hope you guys on this. I'm gonna have to probably do it again. The 4 cups over and over again, because it's not about greed. It's about that we disconnect. We don't. Remember, your emotions are tied together with your finances. All right, and if we haven't healed, right? I didn't see no 4 swords. I didn't see no 4 of wands. You don't want things to stay in inspiration, in the hope for the future. You want to be able to really embody that 4 of wands, which is different. When you get that 4 of wands energy, because the 4 it's about control. But when you become really, really stable, all right, the 4 of wands is very different. It's a celebration, all right. It's about stability, foundations, that home energy. I see there's something solid, inspiration. I want to build with you. I want to be stable with you. A milestone. I'm going to move in together. Meeting family, commitment phase. All right. I feel safe here. I feel right. It shows you grounded in mutual structure, stability, forming foundations, energy, stability, security. One stabilizes through shared direction and action. All right. So that is all I have. If somebody has a question, I'm going to take 10 more minutes and then I'm leaving. So understand, when you get pentacles, swords, wands, and cups, it's a different energy. And knowing how you really go, if you are really heading to that. But here, the 4 cups tell you it's time to go ahead and find the middle, so you could really sit in calm and understand that it's okay. That I be soft and strong. How do I go ahead and open up, just a little bit to let love in? How do I trust again? How do I build that trust within myself that I'm making the right decisions, right? So I can stay in the present moment, how to stay in the body, how to show up consistently, how to be rely more on myself, how do I express myself in action, all those things. Yeah, Tasha, little by little. I mean, when I come here, it's hard for me to give everything, all right? But just little by little, you start to understand it's okay. It's okay. You're not aware of it, but this is what we're doing. This is why, if you're trying to manifest love, you don't want this to stay in conversation alone. All right? You got it hard. Let the person in slowly. Listen, are you gonna be hurt? I think I want to finish talking about love and what love is and how we cannot tame love. All right? I'm gonna finish with love, because I didn't even talk about Venus. All right? I'm really gonna finish so you can know what love and emotions are. All right? I really need a cookbook, a group meeting for myself, my mom, and 2 other people. How much would that be? Oh yeah, I really need. Oh no, just you know what? Next let me see when I find a lot of time. All right, just email me so we can sit down and talk, letting people know it's okay. Slowly, slowly. We all been through it. Man, I didn't know. I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing this to myself. It's hard when we get to that 4. When you get to that 4, this is where you can start making those changes, and you go straight to the 10 of cups. One thing about tarot is not gonna get you to that. to that 10 of cups like that. You have to learn how to grieve. You got to learn how to release. You got to learn how to let go. You got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how the grudges, the resentment. You actually tying yourself with the other person's energy. Energetically, freedom, forgiveness is one of the deepest, most spiritual muscles. Practice that. All right. My email address is not on the Hey Laquita Ernest, the owl. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we really got to understand. But I want to talk about love once again. Tumbeka, yes, go Tumbeka. Ask again. I am gonna, because I was gonna be here 2 more hours. How to really embody this energy. All right, how to really know if I'm embodying this energy. Ask the dumb questions. Ask the questions. Don't ever stop asking. When we overthink too much, when we put that trust in the divine, because essentially, tension is gonna be there. No risk, no mastery. You're gonna have to take the risk. How do I trust? Do I trust in myself? Am I making the right decision? I don't want to get hurt. Nothing is permanent, my people, my beautiful souls. Nothing is permanent. All right? You're going to have to only trust and believe in the only person that you could. When you go to bed at night, you go to bed. I'm with you again. We here. God has me here for a reason. Let me just go and man, let me learn something. Let me encourage others. If we're looking at the meaning of life, kindness, right? Whether we want to be, because we wake up with, oh man, I want to do so much in the world. Whether I want to become an artist, a teacher, caregiver, storyteller, an architect. I want the kind of success that is not measured by trophies or wealth, but the impact, that we cause on other people, communities, that we could change other somebody's life to make them happy. How do I really take care of this creation? How to really find reciprocity? How to have the balance between giving and receiving? Why I share my gift with others? How to live bold, to be inspired, to inspire others, to serve others. That kind of energy. My girls think they can give me the number, then ignore me. Why girls think? That's why you got that card. Let me go back into the I don't care here first for you. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take another quick break. Let me go regulate before I communicate. I'm gonna give you the I don't care. It's gonna show up here. All right, and then we'll get into see why. Why? All right, let's see the energy here. You might get the 4 cups again, but we're going to talk about feelings, love versus emotions. It's two different energies. You don't get carried away with the big feelings. You don't do that. No, we not. No, no. I've seen that before. Actions, and especially when it comes for us, and trust, speaking the truth, because if you want, people are going to lie to you because you lie to yourself and you lie to others. So if I want honesty, if that's my top value, all right, we respect ourselves, we love on ourselves, we send that out, that gratitude. All right, we appreciating the lesson. We got to learn that we're here to learn lesson anyway. At the end of the day, we want to hold on as long as we can. Ooh, it feels good. All right, let me not get started on sex. All right, I'll be right back with you, and then that's it. And then I'm going to talk about love, this incredible force that we all are connected to. All right, what it is, what does it mean? Do I have these conversations? Do I keep the doors open? Do I close them? Do I get clear what I want? I don't want to emotionally overflow. I'm not ready for them, you know. And so the King of Swords, they says, alleviate the suffering, on the planet. Don't speak from your analytical mind. Speak from your heart and mind coherence. All right? All right, I'll be right back. All right, let's go to the I don't care for you to make it. And then I want to talk about love versus emotion. What is love? Uh, what is love versus emotion? So whoever wants to know a little bit about what is love, that's why I put what love's got to do with it. This is the one that you got. No. Why they say no? Your question is what? Why girls think they can give me the number, then ignore me? Well, we're going to find out. This is why you're here, all right? Remember that emotion is not stable. It's not stable. I haven't talked about the shadow, the dark. We got to work on our shadows, of course. I always talk about that, so I didn't want to bring that up today. I have a lot. I have so much material that is insane. Insane. When I say insane, it's insane. Let's go ahead and tap into the great part of the divine spirit of all there is. All right, let's go ahead here. Basic. You're basic? Let's go ahead. Did I put this? Let me pin. I haven't pinned anything. Let's pin your message. Let's go ahead here. One more. One more. One more. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you got here. Go get some fresh air. Please leave a voicemail. They gave you a wrong. They gave you a wrong number. And let's be crazy. I like these cards. I ordered this just to have a little fun, to feel a little bit. Oh, you got the same thing here. Do you drink a lot? You don't drink. You don't go out and drink? Please leave a voice. Please leave a voice message. Drama free. Come on, comment. This is the energy that's showing up for you. Relieve the. You got too much pressure. You're too tight. You're trying to cuff somebody quick. All right. You don't understand that you're a genius. I don't understand yet. I am a genius. Yes, you are. We all are geniuses. All right. Smoke, drink, and party. You smoke, yo. You do it all. You do it all. You do. You hang out. What the? Oh man, I want to have fun, a little fun. I gotta. So you don't care. Oh, you only work now. Oh, you used to drink, smoke. You did all the crazy stuff. All right. So you don't understand that you're a genius. I'm gonna help you understand. How that's the goal, basically. I love when I seen this. You don't understand yet that you're a genius. All right. I'm not gonna. I said I was like, oh man. When I look at the cosmic, I want to get into the energy so bad. All right. Good. All right. So you did your 360. Good for you. Wow. I love that, Sagittarius. And you got, you know what? You know probably why? Because right now you got Lilith. I believe you got Lilith in your house. Your house been empty anyway, so that's good. But I believe you got Lilith, the Lilith, the rebellion. All right? You might get the girls that rebel. Yeah, you got Lilith in your house, right? Thursday, I'm going to just talk about the cosmos, conjunctions, trines. That's all the stuff that I see here. What is happening when there's trine, there's Venus, there's conjunctions, sextiles, oppositions, squares. Those are really hard. I want to talk about that on Thursday, so get ready for that. Oh, you're homeless. No, you're not homeless. You're not homeless. You got to stop speaking like that. No, that's the whole thing right there. It's the way you speak. I'm sorry. All right? You got Jupiter. Jupiter right now is in the 4th house. You got to understand, Jupiter's in the 4th house, and it's going to bring you that through how? Donations. This is how Jupiter works. It lets you keep what you have. The blessing is that you're going to keep your job. You're going to find a home because Jupiter is in the 4th house. And that is all about my home, my environment, meeting a good person, a good woman, marriage. It's all there. You got to understand the benefit of that planet, what it brings you. But you have to be, that's why you got this pressure building because of course, the things that you've done. Once you get to the judgment card, because it didn't come out for you, what does it says to you when you get to that judgment? To truly be awakening. It's a moment of reckoning. All right? When it comes to that, there's things that are going to resurface that you haven't taken care of. One of the ways and I love talking about astrology. That's my favorite thing ever. One of the things about Jupiter, when he's there in that fourth house, you got to understand what is being activated and what's going to be accessible to you. All right? Because it's all about cycles, expansion, fate. He's going to let you keep what you have. He's going to match what you're working on. But if you don't release that faith, he's all about faith. All right? But it's through alignment. A lot of people, I don't like getting up here and say, oh my God, yeah, welcome blessings into your life. I don't like to get up here. Oh my God, you're going to get all this money. This portal's going to open. Let me tell you something, how Jupiter doesn't work like that. If not, we will all be rich. Jupiter doesn't work like that. All right? Your money circumstances are going to change. You're going to get an upswing. All right? You might get an investment here, sudden gain, or a down. But he teaches you growth. When he appears with money, often signals a change. Not a change. Well, a change for the better, but a chance to grow beyond your current financial ceiling. A karmic reward, a cycle, a reminder that what goes up must be balanced. You got to understand. Once you understand the energy, I want to help you understand this Wheel of Fortune to the core. And that's the only thing that I do here. All right? But he matches your energy. All right? The deeper financial message that he says to you, he asks you, position to receive. All right? There's opportunities for you here. Are you resisting change? Are you repeating the same financial cycle? Because Jupiter expands whatever it touches, including your good habits or your reckless spending. All right? You got to understand that. If you get overconfident with money, gambling, in your case, you used to hang out, party, you change all that. All right? He's all about, right? If you rely too much on luck, he's all about your faith and the timing and the cycles. He's about a reflection, all right? He's a relationship with your faith through alignment that pays off when you align your blessings from your belief. You have to understand this is what gets the activation going. You could have the hope. You got to be careful what you believe in and how astrologically connected here and how what it means in terms of your money and the planetary influence that it has. All right? What placement activates certain themes here? Let's go ahead here. Who is it? All right, so you got same height as you. You might meet somebody that's the same height as you. You got to understand Jupiter. When you understand Jupiter, then you'll be like, wow. All right, who is this person? All right. I don't know if that's you or that's your boss. What are you? Are you African American or you are who that looks like? There's somebody that's albino. Let me see what else. Who is this? These are two people that are holding on. Are you trusting the turns of cycles? Oh, and Gabi. Oh, okay. One more. So this is the energy that's showing up. You might meet somebody like this. All right. That might help you. Sharp face. Curly hair. And exaggerated figures. My boss is from Val. Oh, okay. All right. He's older than you, right? Your boss is older than you? So you got this energy here, exaggerated figures. I don't know. This card always comes out. This, and these are the... I don't know if these are the types that you like. All right, look at these cards. And get a practitioner. Get a practitioner, okay? They want you to get a practitioner. I don't know why that. Well, I just cut it. He's 76 and I'm 32. All right. So get a practitioner. All right. Who's the one that got a gappy tooth? Somebody got a gap tooth. Who got a gap tooth? All right. I'm gonna leave this here. Don't worry about no, it's not this. There could be something else. All right. Don't worry about it. I don't like to put a lot of information out. All right. So look at that. A practitioner is somebody that deals with like your ancestor, your tribe, your family, your ancestry, somebody that's like studies earth magic. You understand? What else? Let me give you one of these and then I'm gonna talk about love. All right, but you gotta understand where Jupiter is at. A practitioner is just somebody that study earth energy. All right, what do you call those people? I'm not into the tribe energy. So we understand that that we have tribal brain, or we come from tribes. You got to understand that tribe creates chaos, but then it's what is that energy? I just did the whole thing. It gives you this higher balance. Things are more better like that. To see where you're lacking. All right. So get a practitioner in the future, not now. You're still young. All right. One more. One more. One more. Be careful with the energy. There's a spiritual hater here. All right. Be careful with this. Wear protection. All right. And the energy. I know these cards exposed. All right. Be careful with that. A lot of people. That's why I don't really like to use. That's why I don't listen. These cards they expose things. All right. Just be careful with that. So now let's talk about love. Let me get the Three of Swords, and then I'm out of here, people. I thank you so much. I think there's only 3 people in here, and that's all I need. And that's all I need. Love is a mystery, but love and emotions are 2 different things. And once you understand what love versus emotion, the mystery of love is the path to spiritual awakening. All right, love is the path to spiritual awakening. Love is a balance of opposites. All right. Is learning how opportunities coexist without breaking the bond. All right, love holds the paradoxes, vulnerability and strength, freedom and commitment, desire, surrender, joy and pain. Love is a teacher. Love reflects truth back to us, right? And it shows our wounds, our shadows, and it reveals our deepest values. It teaches us patience, forgiveness, and courage. All right. So love is a mirror of our soul. It shows you who you are, why you value, and where healing is needed. All right? Yet it cannot be fully tamed. You can't see love. We see it in other people. Love exposes hidden truths. Love, it exposes our hidden truth, our fears, our attachments, and our patterns. The heart learns to dance with the uncertainty in that dance. The deepest growth comes from that. It cannot be tamed because it mirrors who we truly are. If we were to tame love, we were to tame the growth, the self-awareness, okay, and of course, and what it offers us, and we would basically vanish. All right, love transcends ego. The ego wants to possess control. This is why you seen that card. And the ego wants to define love. True love, however, flows naturally, respects freedoms, and honors individuality. When we try to tame love, we're usually trying to make it fit our own ego's plan, not the soul's journey. All right? Love's untamable. Nature is a gift. It teaches us patience, surrender, courage, and trust. It shows us tension between what we want and what is truly for us. The mystery of love continues because it cannot be fully tamed. All right, because it's both a force and a mystery. It flows through life in ways that can't be fully predicted or controlled because it contains opposites. It resists rigid control. If you try to tame it, it often suppresses what makes it real. Love is alive. Love is a river that it moves, it grows, it changes, and it changes people, of course. All right. It doesn't follow rules or schedules. It cannot be forced into someone else's expectations. Trying to tame love is like trying to stop the wind from blowing. All right. It may be appear still, but its energy remains. All right. Love is a choice, a mystery, a choice because we decide to nurture, to respect, to commit. A mystery, even when we choose, we cannot control how love flows, grows, or changes. True love honors both the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. So love, all right. Let me go now into the Three of Swords. Let me see if I can pull it out. There's three people here, so I thank you so much for learning a little bit about what love is from all the research and all the material that I have. And what I don't never stop using the Right Away Tarot deck. All right, because yeah, you're welcome. So you can understand, release it. It's okay. Have it. Nothing lasts forever. So the Three of Swords is one of the most clearest cards in the tarot and one of the most misunderstood. Symbolically, it's the truth, piercing, illusion. The heart is pierced by three swords is suspended in rain clouds. This is not emotional chaos. This is mental clarity cutting into the heart. The pain that comes from understanding, not from feeling alone. What the card really represents. The Three of Swords is awareness arriving too soon or too sharply. Seeing what cannot be unseen in the moment that the story collapses under the truth. All right? It is not betrayal by default. It is disillusionment. And why it hurts. Swords are the mental realm. This pain is caused by realizing something you hope for wasn't true. Words that land because they are accurate. A mismatch between belief and reality. The heart isn't breaking because it's weak. It is breaking because it's integrating truth. The tree is all about expansion. Swords are your perception. So this card means expanded awareness through pain. It is initiation into discernment. So to understand really, and then what comes after that? What comes after that is the Four. And if we don't heal here, because tarot doesn't it doesn't rushes you into happiness. It gives you integration, and then to integrate psychologically, organizing different aspects of my personality, feelings, and functions into a whole harmonious, unified self. We can do that, like from this state. When we grieve, we gotta grieve. So it's telling you three things. All right, get clear what you want, release it or grieve it, but you don't add more pain to it. You can't. All right. So the Four Swords comes after the three. And see it, the honest progression, emotionally, spiritually, and symbolically. The immediate next stop, the Four Swords. All right, the Four Swords, basically, well, I don't really see it a lot. All right. It answers the three, the mental rest after painful clarity. Painful, actually. All right, stillness so the heart can catch the mind. Withdraw without isolation. You don't fix the pain yet. You stop adding to it. And it's so necessary. All right. And that is the deep healing arc. All right. Then often after that, you get the temperance, emotional regulation, rebalancing extremes, mixing truth with compassion. All right. So the pain it has to become wisdom. And then you get the conscious movement, walking away or movement away from what hurts, carrying the lessons forward, not the wounds. All right. Choosing calmer water. This is not running. It's discernment. What doesn't come next is not the Two of Cups. It's not the Ten of Cups. It's not instant joy. Tarot will honor process. It's not going to bypass the truth. So here I cannot lie. I would just have to educate myself more and more and more and hope and pray that you're willing to learn to expand your consciousness. Because in love, the Three of Swords shows up when emotions and reality are no longer aligned. Inspiration collapses into honesty and you stop romanticize what hurts. All right? We don't romanticize. I'm sorry, I can't even say that straight. All right? I have a very heavy accent. So the shadow misunderstanding of the Three of Swords, people think that this card is permanent heartbreak. And it's emotional damage. It's cruel endings. But tarot doesn't trap. Tarot is going to liberate you. The storms in the clouds means that the pain is temporary. Rain is going to clear the air. relationship to healing, the Three of Swords hurts first and then create space where the healing can actually begin. Without this card, people stay stuck in the Seven of Cups or the Moon. You're going to be inspired but unavailable dynamics. Okay, so the quiet truth here, the Three of Swords, doesn't wound the heart. It frees it and it says enough. All right, it frees it from what was causing you the pain, the truth. So it goes into that. All right, and then this card also appears right before you choose. All right, so how do you the fantasy? Do I want to? Oh no, I want to stay in the fantasy. You have to heal. You have to get into that container of healing. You have to let that happen. And understand that relationship are gonna have their challenges. All right, and how do I evolve in love? It means that you stop accepting less than you deserve. You communicate instead of testing. All right, and you value peace over drama. You recognize red flags, discernment. All right, you don't chase chaos for chemistry anymore. All right, and why evolution feels intense. Lost identity, shift, letting go, discomfort because you're shedding old skin. All right, so when you get that death card, that's what it's telling you. So love as a life force. I'm going to speak about that over and over again, but let me just talk a little bit about here. Love versus emotion. All right? This is quiet but important distinction, and most people don't learn it until they've been confused by it. Emotion is a movement. It rises, it falls, it reacts, it intensifies, it fades, and it's responsive to the mood, the memory, the chemistry, the fear, and the hope. Of course, to me, you already know it's in tandem with the highs and low tides of the moon. All right, it is through that gravitational pull. So we look at gravity, we be like, wow, that is of course the unseen life force, but it's there. We know that it's holding, but the moon is pulls you backwards, forward, it rises, it lowers, right? But emotion lives in the astral water. It says, I feel something. Emotion can be very intense, beautiful, convincing, but it's not a stable nature. All right? It's the dark side of Mother Nature herself. It's the sacred chakra, and it's in tandem with your sex organs. All right? So a lot of times we respond with the sex organs. So we got to be really, really careful. Oh my God. And that's your shadow. You don't really see until it reacts. Oh wow, I just had sex. I wasn't really ready for that, and we got to be careful. All right. And so anyway, now love is a choice. Love is a choice that is held over time, and love stays when emotions change. All right. It shows up when the feeling isn't high. It is an oriented. It's based. When the healing is. When you don't get that high and that big, all these big feelings and all these promises. When it's not so phantasmagorical, however you understand the energy, right? So when it's in high, because love is oriented towards care, truth, and responsibility. Love lives in embodiment, and it says, "I'm here," even when it's not exciting. Love can feel quiet, sometimes boring, but guess what? Love is reliable. All right? And it's that choice that is held over time. And so when we start to understand the love, the force behind it, all right? Love behaves because of course it behaves like gravity. All right? In the soul, it pulls you towards somebody else because it got the gravitational pull. All right? So in many traditions, the breath of life and love are connected. Because love as a life force. Love creates movement. Love pushes us to create families, to build communities, to protect what we care about, to grow beyond fear and forgive. Without life, all right? Without it, life becomes mechanical. This is why I don't like to say the same thing over and over again. I don't like when I become mechanical. All right? Doing the same thing over and over. I don't live in that energy. All right? With it, life becomes meaningful and alive. All right. In astrology, the life force aspects of love is often associated with the planet Venus. All right. Attraction, harmony, affection. It's also associated with Mars, passion, drive, vitality. When these energies work together, love becomes both tender, powerful, a force that inspires actions and connections. So don't go dismissing, hey Tara, don't go dismissing Mars until you really understand the energy of Venus and Mars conjunction. It'll give you the most incredible energy of all. All right? So, the paradox of love. Love is powerful because it does two things at one time. It connects us deeply to others. It awakens us to our soul. That's why people often say love feels bigger than ourselves. All right? The breath of life within me. All right? So let love move through your heart. All right? Like the fire, so that you touch becomes alive. You have to let that move. Don't hold that back. All right? Love, a high frequency. Love can be both gentle and powerful. Many spiritual traditions describe love as a high frequency because it expands awareness, openness, and connection. The word frequency is a point of a quality of energy of consciousness a person is experiencing. All right? High frequency love, it carries qualities like compassion, kindness, patience, generosity, forgiveness, unity. Those states tend to make people feel lighter, calmer, and more connected. Love moves energy outward instead of inward. Lower emotional states often contract the mind toward fear or protection, while love tends to open the heart. It increases empathy, encourages cooperation. That's why people often feel more alive and peaceful when they act from love. Love and spiritual teachings like Jesus Christ, the Christ consciousness. He emphasized love as the highest guiding principle. Many mystics like Jesus interpreted the meaning that love aligns a person with the deepest truth of existence. Love isn't just an affection, it becomes a way of living. All right? Love as an active force, a high frequency. All right? Love isn't passive. All right? It's about protection, someone speaking truth kindly, forgiving, but keeping your wisdom, choosing compassion even when it's difficult. All right? So understand a little bit more about love. Love, when it feels both gentle and powerful, because it carries two complementary energy at once, and it can comfort like water, all right, or it could move you like mountain, like a fire moves a mountain. All right, so the gentle side of love is the gentle aspects of love is nurturing, and it's healing. It shows up as patience, kindness, listening, forgiveness, emotional safety. This kind of love soothes wounds and allows people to feel accepted and seen. Now, the powerful side of love, love is also incredibly strong. It can inspire courage, motivate sacrifice, push people to grow, protect what matters. All right? History shows people do extraordinary things for love, family, partners, community, and ideals. All right. And if you just seen, well, if you, no, I don't think I want to talk about 9/11. The balance of the beauty of love is that these two qualities work together. Gentleness without strength can become passive. Strength without gentleness can become harsh. But together they can create compassion with courage. All right. So I'm going to talk about, I'm almost done. I'm almost done here for the ones that really want to know a little bit about love. And love, the key different emotion. All right. Emotion asks, how does this make me feel? But love asks you, what am I? Am I willing to give? What am I willing to give, to protect, and to build? Emotion reacts. Love responds. Why people confuse them? Because emotion is loud, it's immediate. Love is subtle. It accumulates. It's accumulative. Emotion is the spark. Love is the fire that stays lit. In relationships, emotions create attraction. Love creates safety. Emotions pulls you towards someone. Love holds you there. All right? The hard truth. You can basically feel deeply, not love. You can love deeply without strong emotions every day. When someone says, I feel so much, but I can't show up, that's emotion without love. When someone shows up without fanfare, right? That's love. Healthy relationships, they don't kill emotion, they contain it. All right? They contain it. Emotions give color. That's when you get the Ten of Cups. Structure. All right? So then you get the Ten of Pentacles. So emotion gives color. Love gives structure because this is in the Ten of Pentacles. Together they become something that you can live inside. That's integrating your truth. All right? So to know a little bit more about love. So then why does love hurt and it heals? Okay, love, because love touches what? The same place pain lives in and stays there long enough to change. That's the simple truth. Now here's the deeper truth. Love hurts. Love brings closeness. Closeness exposes what was protected. When you love, you don't just meet another person's, all right? You don't just meet another person. You meet their old wounds, their attachment, their fears, all right? Places you learn to embrace, parts of you that you expected to be left. Love doesn't create pain. It reveals, why it hurts. And then love heals it. All right? Because unlike the past, love stays present. So when you meet somebody new and they help you heal, all right, they stay with you, even if you don't like the person. How many people been through that? Oh, I don't like this person. I don't want them to help me heal. All right? No, I don't really want them to help me heal. No. Right? We don't want nobody to. We want that person that causes the pain. Sometimes that happens later on. Sometimes you don't experience that with them because they'll keep hurting you over and over again. And then you ask yourself, man, why they so like the emotions all over the place, right? So anyway, so because unlike the past, love stays present. When love is healthy, it does something new. It doesn't abandon the wound. It doesn't rush it away. It doesn't punish it. It says you don't have to protect yourself alone anymore. That rewires the nervous system. All right. The paradox: pain comes from exposure. Healing comes from containment. Love opens you and holds you. But let's just say that love only opens, it's going to keep you hurting. But when love does both, and then if it only holds you, it's going to stagnate you. But when love opens and holds you, when it does both, it heals you. All right? So, why does heartbreak feel physical? When we get heartbreak, why it feels physical? Because love lives in the body and it activates the fight or flight, grief responses, attachments, panic. Your body is grieving safety. Your body's not just grieving a person, it's grieving the safety. Oh my God, what I'm going to do now? I feel so safe in this person's arm, right? You got to really think about that. The mistake people make, they think pain means love was wrong. Sometimes pain means you touched something real or you grew past an old defense. Pain isn't proof of failure, it's proof of contact. When love hurts but doesn't heal, that happens when there's intensity without safety. I see it here a lot. Exposure without repair, and emotion without embodiment. That's not love's fault. That's an imbalance here. All right? So the quiet truth is love hurts, right? Because it asks you to be seen. Love heals because it shows you that you can't survive being seen. That goes back to when you get the moon, all right? We're talking about the shadow, the part of you that you keep suppressing, that you keep hiding. It's going to show up, all right? So it's asking you to be seen, all right? And it's telling you that you can survive being seen. Both part of the same process. So if something in you has been aching and softening at the same time, you're not breaking, you're just integrating, all right? What else? One more and I am done. No way, I did this already. Yep. So anyway, emotional boundary. Now everything and not every feeling you sense belongs to you. Release emotional baggage that isn't yours to carry. How to have mental boundary. Stop replaying conversations in your head. Clarity comes when you disengage from overthinking. Spiritual boundary. Your intuition is sharp, but discernment is key. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. You don't lose love by setting boundaries. You lose drain. All right? You lose drain. All right? You don't lose family, love, or work. So you lose strain when you set those boundaries. You're allowed to protect your energy, your boundaries. They are an act of self-respect. All right? And so I hope that helps somebody here that really don't understand the size of love and the contrast and the polarity and how to stay centered while we're dealing with, how to find the middle, how to really be honest with ourselves. Love is not going to go anywhere. It's just gonna be, you're just gonna deal with tension at a higher level of awareness anyway, because there's always gonna be tension. All right. So how do I open up? Man, it's gonna hurt, yeah, but it's gonna heal you at the end of the day. All right. So understand that 3 of Swords a little bit better. I don't like when people try to be like, oh, you're just gonna, oh my God, you gotta go through this. Oh, I don't do that. I'm sorry that I don't do that very well. I'm sorry that I don't do that very well. I don't try to, I'm not that baby pacifier. I hope that I could get a little bit more, just to bring you that awareness. I know this is shock. Wow. All right. Uh, Yeah, but I just want you to see the patterns that you couldn't see before, and you respond differently to what triggers you, so you could choose consciously instead of reacting. So you learned how to outgrow dynamics that once felt normal. All right, and so that's my focal here. All right, so that's it. We're done. I'm done. I'm done. I haven't been here for a couple of days. So I see you guys tomorrow. Mindful messages. I have some new oracle cards. I have some new energy here. I'm going to put the I don't care a little bit more sophisticated. Saying I don't do pity party. Yeah, I don't do. I can't do it. It's hard because everybody wants no your ego. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your ego. If you step aside, wait, ego, get out of here. No, not even that. We got to integrate the ego. The ego is a beautiful instrument, but an unhealthy ego. Man, you almost want me to go with my ego. I got my whole ego energy ready. I think I'm gonna do that. Right. The email. I'm gonna put it in the community. I'm gonna start putting stuff in the community. All right. So it's Sunlight Force. Sunlight Force. Sun. We really got to understand, the ego is a very beautiful instrument because this is our survival, our life force. We're talking about identity, but our ego forms through other people's perception. Our identity form because of what people tell us about ourselves. All right, and then we need that. If we don't get that, wait a minute, you didn't say I was beautiful. You didn't say I was nice. Every other people think I'm nice. We got to be careful, man. Man, I gotta be real careful. Oh, you didn't say oh, and we go by that. What happens when you get older and you don't get all that? Wow, you're so pretty. Oh, look at you, how beautiful. What happens when you don't get that? Man, we have a hard time. Man, what happened? Damn, I thought I looked good. All right, I'm using that for me. Man, wait a minute, I'm getting old. Man, that ego will have you fooled, man. Wait a minute, I thought that was so beautiful. I thought those pants look good. No, they don't freaking look good. Please dress accordingly. All right, I'm not shaming nobody. Look, I'm not shaming nobody. Let me take that back. There's proper ways to do it, ladies. Ladies, come on. You cannot. No, come on. All right, it's not body shaming. I say the ego's gonna take it the wrong way. Please dress your age. You don't compete with the young. We gotta set an example. I seen it all. Going to church. Why you wearing those tight jeans here? Come on, man. We can't do that. I love you too. We gotta come on. We gotta be better. There's nothing wrong with it. You gotta tell the ego, come on. We gotta do something here. Things are dropping. No. I'm so sorry. No, I will not. That I ain't sugarcoating. No. Wait. I had to have a long talk with myself. Wait a minute. Now what in the world happened here? We become aware, man. People just no. Anyway, and people take that the wrong way. I think that people don't really know how to say it the right way. They want to say things, and there's nothing wrong with dressing sexy. There's ways that you could dress different. That's appropriate for everything. I don't know. So when people say, "Oh, there's things that we need to do differently." All right, we do. And if you heard it, and if that's you, then it's time to have a real long talk with yourself. All right. How do I start changing my wardrobe little by little? How do I start buying little pieces? All right, little by little. Don't gotta make this dramatic change. Little by little. All right. So you can start looking more in the inside. All right. When we focus too much with culture, get caught up with I gotta have this clothes, I gotta have this. Nothing wrong with looking good, smelling good. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. I love it. I embrace that energy, but there's codes here that we gotta start understanding some things here. We got to start removing ourselves from the drama and the people that we're not going that way. You stay stuck in that energy, you can forget about it. All right. It's not. I mean, you will have your, of course, your turnaround, but it's gonna be so much harder. You know. And whoever whoever got offended by, I'm sorry. We got to change some things, ladies. All right. We got to set an example for the ones that are coming behind us. It's not just all about us. You know. But it's up to you to find that balance within yourself. Yeah, we have to. We have to. We think that it's okay. It's not okay. It's not. Yeah, we got to build one another up. Yeah, you're beautiful either way. All right. We beat each other down because, oh, I don't like that. You know that you don't want to tell her that. You shouldn't be wearing that. How come you can't tell them nothing? Because that's a lot of times it's a man that's behind it. A man, he's behind it. And then the woman, they go around in this energy, like they stay there. No. It's just like it's a woman that kills, you ever seen that show? For my man. You wind up killing a man for your man. You wind up killing somebody for your man. We do things in the name of love. We do things that are freaking blow your mind because of a man. We tear each other down. I'm here to, if it's easy, everybody will be doing it. I'm here to tell you the things that you don't really want to hear, because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your ego. All right, and that's it. The way I say it, the way I express myself, I try to do it with all the kindness and respect. I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just saying there comes a time that, because the Empress is telling you things there, and when she says to you, know your power, your value, your integrity, your moral compass, so we really got to be mindful of that. All right. There comes a time that, we outgrow certain things in life, people, places, our mindset. We have to learn how to infuse it with and put and drop some new hardware. We have to. Wow. I know. Yeah, wow. And that goes back to the way, culture. Oh, everybody wears it. All right, wear them at basketball, at gym, because then, of course, the boys are going to think that that's the only thing that you got to offer. And then when we get mad, because that's the mindset. So you keep trying to talk to her why she got the need, to dress like that. Yeah. Yeah, I brought a little short. Yeah. That's the way the society is. We built it. We made the parents wear it. You're gonna get more attention this way. You can show your ass. That's the only way to be sexy. Is dressing like that. I know I did it. I had my butt. I used to walk around with my butt cheeks hanging out. I know exactly when they were called the Daisy Dukes. Now they call them short shorts, right? I would walk around. That was me. Yeah, short my butt cheek. I was like, wow. I was dumb, ignorant, you know. And so we we do some stuff, yeah. Right? Um so yeah, you just keep I wish I had somebody an aunt like you, that say, hey, listen, that's not appropriate, so we got to take a lot of that power into the way we wear our clothes. Hopefully that'll change in the future, you know. But here, hey, wear it. Fuck it. You know. Move this way. Go that way. Now she lives good. Good. Yeah. I wish I had an aunt like you growing up. Yeah. I didn't have no aunts, uncles, nobody. All right. My mother died at a young age. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that I wish that I would learn these things, earlier. But sometimes, that don't, you don't get that guidance. You don't know any better. You go, yay, party. Yeah, I'm going to put the shortest shorts. And white people don't respect me. I bug out by that. All right, my brothers didn't allow. That's right. Beautiful. Yeah, we need more of that here. We need that. We need that a lot. You know, this is why a lot of other countries they adapt. They come in. At least now. Yeah, well, I've been low now for the last long. Yeah, but let me see. 12, 15 years. Well, I didn't. Well, after a while, you start wearing the short shorts, but you don't become aware. Once you be like, wait a minute, why is my hips changing? You become more aware. Yeah, we just know, but when you don't have that, because you want to, young girls, they impressionable. They need direction, teachers, good role models, and with all you see, you want to fit. And basically you're just doing it to fit in, because you want to fit in with everybody else. You want to be down with the crowd. This is like smoking, drinking. Oh, you know what? That's what everybody's doing. You know. So you basically between that culture and a religion. Like all right. So you go to church with grandma, and then you get around your friends in school. Wow. You don't want to be the oddball. I know. Yeah. Yeah. They let it all hang out. The heck with it. They let it grandma, great grandmas, yeah. And they like it. They like it. They think, yeah, well, it works. It's been working this long. Go ahead. When it's hot outside. When you go to, I don't even wear, I didn't even wear that to the pool. I know it sounds cruel, but it's not. It's not that. We're just trying to get a point across, not to body shame anybody. But we really understand Venus and the justice energy. It's all about integrity. Oh, how come they don't respect me? You don't gotta dress the kind of way. It's like a man too. A man wants a freak in the bed, but he wants, like it's everything has a double standard anyway. And then the woman gets complex. Oh, but you looking at these women dressed like this, you looking at porn and shit. Like what they start putting their self-worth. It starts pulling on your on your self-worth, basically, and your security, because it's everything to a woman. If you compare me to this one, what I'm just like this, but why are you looking at that? Well, then you could just bring that to the bed, but I don't know how to be that way. So people, we get polarized. We either just be good, we either really be really really good like an angel, or we really really be nasty, right? Well, we would just be, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go F niggers and get money. We gonna go. So anyway, how to find the middle. It's hard for us, all right? When we start in the middle, when we go in between those two polarities. And just remember, whatever you decide here, you're not responsible for someone else's evolution. You're responsible for protecting your own peace, your own energy, and your own future. So be gentle with yourself. I love you guys so much. Tumbeka, what happened? I said something that you didn't like. Go ahead, you can comment. This is why I love about being open-minded and what you do see out there. You're gonna encounter that. All right. I've been there, done it all. Shoot, boobs, pop, booty cheek hanging out. I just look and reflect back on that. All right. So start looking at your patterns, all right? And look at what's potential. Yeah, booty, everything. I've been there, done it all. All right, this is why I can laugh now. Is there nothing that you can change? Because we could become really idealistic about it. All right, when we in that idealism, I only not want to state we're looking at the idealism of it, because then when you're so idealistic, you want to protect, you want to serve, you want to change. And this is what happens with war. Because I believe in that, that's my idea. I believe that in order to save this got to happen, and I got to do it this way. This is why 9/11 happened. I'm 32 now. November, you'll be 33. You still got a lot to learn. Have fun, explore. If you're looking for something stable, if you're looking for something, remember, just try to have a little bit of duality. Don't go on two extremes. How do I find the center between the good and the bad? How do I bring that into the center? Both of my qualities, my dark shadow and my light shadow consciousness. How do I become more centered? How do I have harmonic coherence so I don't choose sides? So I enjoy a little bit of both, all right? Without collapsing. I must be this good. I'm surprised I didn't show up here, all right? So one question, if nothing changes for you, all right? So if you or your person, anybody, if they stay exactly as they are right now, will you be fulfilled in 2 or 3 years from now? All right? And when you answer that honestly to yourself, the answer's right there. It'll be there. Okay. Well, then should I leave or should I stay or should I wait 2 more years? All right? Because if I stay just as things are, Is this just? Is this fair? All right. But anyway, at the end of the day, justice is not gonna let that happen. It'll so hold up, cool it for now. All right. What you said when I was 10, 11, 11 and 13? All right, guys, I gotta go. I've been here long enough. I love you guys again. It's 2 minutes and 55. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come join me for the mindful messages for Mindful Monday, Moody Monday, and how to mind fuel your, of course, heart. Okay, simple. Express gratitude each and every day. All right, in divine order through divine love. My heart is filled with gratitude, love, and appreciation for what I have now. It is in this moment, and I'm so thankful for the lessons that shaped me into our here. Thank you so much. So my Shania, life force. I think life force. I'm gonna put it in the community. All right. All right. I'm getting a little bit delirious now. Let me get out of here and go clean my energy. And remember, be mindful tomorrow. Come join me for the mindful messages and bring your energy. Be clear when you come in. Make sure that, meditate, take some time, and don't try to rush your morning, you know. Yeah. And just be patient with yourself. Things are gonna happen. All right? Thank you. All right, love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. I give anything and everything